Hello, Ghana. A very good morning, Ghana. A very good morning, wherever you're picking our channel. This is MBN Network. That's a Mega Broadcasting Network, and you're live on Mega TV. You can also refer to us as MBN. We are the Mega TV, and we do Mega Things. It's a beautiful Monday morning, 20th day of April. Wow, the month is running. Second quarter of the month of the second quarter is running. By the close of the week, it means that we entering into the final wrap of the month. Now, I'll say good morning, Ghana. Welcome to the Morning Focus, your trusted space. I've always told you, is a trusted space where the headlines meet insights. Not just that, the issues shaping our nations are brought into sharp perspective. I'm El Samuels, and I'll be doing this together with Bernard. Together, we're here to guide you through the stories that matters, from governance and policies to everyday realities affecting you at home, at work, and on the streets. This morning, we asked the big question: our institution working as they should? That's the big question that we asked this morning. Are our institutions working as they should? Are policies translating into real relief for ordinary Ghanaians? The policies that's been churned out by those in leadership, are they bringing relief to the ordinary Ghanaian? And what does accountability truly looks like in today's Ghana? From our scripture focus to the wisdom in our African proverbs, through our hard-hitting front burner discussions, a deep dive into the newspaper headlines, and a critical look at the national development in our policy focus segment. We are setting the agenda for informed conversation. Stay with us, because this is not just another morning show. This is the Morning Focus, where Ghana thinks, reflects, and moves forward together. And I keep saying and telling you, there's only one way you can do this and do other stuff very well, is to keep your channel on the Mega TV, live and direct from our studios on the 10th Avenue Extension, Greater Estate, Nungwa Adegono. Come do business with us. Come support all the segments I did mention. Scripture focus, the African proverbs, front burner, the news headlines, the policy focus segment. You can take the weather, the news. You know, there's a lot embedded in. You can even take out the phone-in segment of the program. Remember, you can also join us by way of getting interactive with you on 053-715-8638, 053-715-8638. You can call us on that line, or you can send SMS. Or what you can do is to send us a WhatsApp. So it doesn't matter whatever phone you're using. You can send us SMS on 053-715-8638, or send us a WhatsApp on the same line, and we'll read all the messages, your reactions to all the stories. We'll read them here live and direct as well. I want to say a big thank you for joining us. We are grateful. So let's go straight away to look at our scripture for this morning. Scripture for this morning, and then Bernard will be joining me, and we'll start having the conversation this morning. Bernard is already seated. Let me say a good morning to you out there. If you just happen to keep your channel on MBN Mega TV, we say welcome on board. It's a Monday. This is the day the Lord has made. We should be glad and we should rejoice in it. And I believe that it is going to be well with us as we sojourn for God and for country this week. It's going to be a week that a lot is at stake. But at the end of the day, God will prove himself to be God if we allow him to be God. All right, so let's go straight away let me say thank you to you once again, and then welcome to the studio as Bernard joins me. Bernard, good morning.
Good morning, El.
How are you doing?
Fantastic morning.
Right, it's a Monday.
You're looking sharp.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, you're looking sharp as well.
Thank you.
You always looking as a young man as he's always supposed to be in his designer ties and suits, and then we're trying to keep our heads afloat.
Yeah.
How was your weekend?
Weekend was great. Full of activities here and there. Family. Yeah. I mean, that is it. Family is everything. So.
Very important. Family is everything.
Yeah.
Some of us find ourselves far away, away from home, but it is all good. You can also follow us live. We're streaming live on MBN 360 via our social media handles, MBN 360, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, X. So follow us. Share the link with all your friends and loved ones. And ask for it. But you know, when the drum beat changes, the dance must also change.
Yeah.
Yeah, when the drum beat changes, the dance must also definitely the dance must also change. We'll look at that in a jiffy. But let's look at our scripture. How was church on Sunday?
Church was great.
Super.
Super. Yeah. The pastor spoke about words. Right?
Words.
And the power that the word of God carries. One thing I remember clearly from the message yesterday is that every other information, right? Every information, every book you read, every knowledge you acquire, is informative. But the word of God is not just informative, but also transformative. So the word of God carries the power to transform lives and destinies. And one scripture that came very strongly, I think, is in Hebrews, that the word of God is sharp. It's sharper than any two-edged sword, able to pierce to the dividing asunder of the soul and spirit,
the soul and spirit, the marrows.
The marrows. Yeah, very sharp scripture. I remember clearly. Yeah, it was a great word, and yeah, I made some notes to study further.
That's very important. Yeah. Yes, yesterday I couldn't make it to church. I was under heavy weather. But I spent some time seeking the face of the Lord.
Yeah,
sometimes you take some time just to be alone with Him and try to find a way out as to what next to do. And I spend those time because, like you just said, words. Scripture words are extremely powerful. They are not just sounds, but forces that can shape lives.
Yeah.
And influence decisions and even determine outcomes.
Yeah.
But that's why Jesus said that the words that I speak, they are spirit.
You are quoting the scriptures I heard yesterday.
Right. They are spirit and their life. So words are not just words. They are spirit you are releasing. You are shaping life or destroying life. So that is why sometimes I don't like parents who use this insulting words over their kids. I sat in a vehicle going to circle, and then the kid, a kid is always a kid, trying to be adventurous in a way, and then you could see the mom and daddy, those sort of words.
They are on. I wonder how sometimes adults are not able to
control those words.
As in, know that this is a child. The child doesn't have that thinking, reasoning abilities as adults do.
That's the point. And you see some kids, when they see people, they want to exhibit some stuff. And then insult and stuff. So at a point, everybody was like, whoa. Then I asked him, oh friend, oh friend, say, Jimmy for. And then one said, Jimmy to say this is something. I say, you see, do you know the things you are releasing? You are releasing spirit.
Yeah.
And you see, it will get to a point in this child's life, those spirits will take that preeminence.
Yeah.
And he start behaving the way you are releasing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, because will be Nayano. So you see, like you said, words are extremely powerful.
Yeah.
They are not just sounds, but forces that can shape lives, influence decision, and also even determine the outcomes. Like if you read the book, the Proverbs 18:21 says that the tongue has the power of life and death.
Yes.
And those who love it will eat its fruits.
Yeah.
It means that words can build or destroy. What we say can encourage, it can heal and inspire, or damage, divide, and also mislead. So it's very important. In Genesis, God spoke the world into existence, showing that words carry creative power. Our words, in a smaller way, also shape realities around us. So you need to be careful. I love the way Luke put it. Luke 6:45 said, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So it means that what you say reflects what is inside you, your values, your intentions, and your character.
Yeah.
And words can guide or mislead.
Yeah.
The tongue is small but powerful, like a speck that can start a wildfire. Words from leaders, media, and individuals can either guide a nation or cause confusion. And I love this one from Colossians when it says, let your conversation be always full of grace.
Always full of grace.
Yeah, full of grace, because scripture calls for words that are thoughtful, respectful, and constructive.
Yeah.
So words are not ordinary. They carry weight.
Carry weight.
Consequences and responsibility.
Yeah.
Those are the things words carry.
Carry weight. They carry
And leadership in media and everyday life, what we say can shape
You said
minds.
something. You said words carry consequences. Matthew chapter 12, verse 37. I think Jesus speaking. He said that by your words,
you
will be acquitted.
You'll be acquitted.
And by your words, you will be condemned.
You'll be condemned.
Yeah.
So words carry consequences. So check what you're saying this week to yourself. That is why you don't need any prophets to come and prophesy to you. You can look at yourself in the mirror and prophesy to yourself.
Prophesy to yourself.
Call the things which are not as though they are. Believe and trust in God. Because God framed you out of the worst of his mouth. He said, let us make man.
Us make man.
Yeah.
Let us make man.
Let us. So man carries the ability of God on planet Earth. We are representing God on Earth.
Yeah.
So words are very, very important. The things you say carry weight. Obi betimi aka just say me asem bia me catch when take it time wonu tibo ko prem die. So we need to be careful with the words we say.
Very careful.
Because what we say, it can shape minds,
Yeah.
influence society, and define the future.
Yeah.
So words are very, very important.
Very.
This morning we'll be doing a lot of crossover. We'll be going to the northern part of the country. Over the weekend, the president was in Bimbilla to cut the salt for a modern market in Bimbilla.
Modern market.
Yes, and the reset tour was in Bimbilla. Then the energy minister was also in the northern region. Was also in Tamale. Some transformers arriving. Some changing of faces with the NETCO, the northern electricity. So we'll be connecting with our man on the ground. Philemon will be giving us a brief on that. We go to take a listen to the president when he went to Bimbilla, or in the northern part of the country. Then we'll go to the man who is now charging NPRA, Vincent Assefuah. When he went to the RTI,
the freshest
NP, you know. And they said, you people say you want proof. I have the proof. I'm got it from the. I love the way he was saying that thing. Set aside the NPRA. One local shop near because I know a shape. But let's first go to the northern regional capital. But before we go to the northern regional capital, let's look at what is happening today. He said, Abba is my savior. He has delivered me from sin and called me in his own. I'm no longer bound by my past, but I'm a saint set apart by his grace. You know what? This morning I asked MCR to play me 2 songs.
Okay.
One is from Rev J, that the pastor, Reverend Francis Afoto Dai Jr. How can I say thank you? It has been the doing of the Lord for us to be here. 24/7, you are always healthy to sit here. And then God has made it possible for people to listen to you and then to hear you and to watch you. So how can we say thank you that we got up, we did not hear any bad news. We did not, none of our bone is broken. And I love that song. So I said, okay, I want that song to be played because it kept ringing in my spirit throughout the weekend. How can I say thank you? So when I came, I walked straight, I said, look, get me that song. And they played that song. Then I finished and I said, okay, add me, Kwabna. But sorry, I'm not paying. But me who nyina be share one sa. Me kona me be nyina share one sa. It's like I say, Abba Father is my Savior. Like the Son in the Gospel of Luke 15:17-22 said, when he came to his senses and remembered his father's goodness, though he felt unworthy, he chose to return home. But before he could even reach the house, his father saw him from a distance, ran to him, embraced him, and restored him with love, honor, and belonging. And this is the heart of God towards us. Even when we fall short, his love never fails. He does not wait for perfection. He welcomes us with open arms. God loves us deeply beyond what we can fully understand. At the cross on Calvary, he paid the full price for our redemption. Because of his sacrifice, you and I are forgiven, restored, and made new. Today, as we walk in that truth, know that you are loved.
You are loved.
And you are accepted.
You are accepted.
And you belong to the Abba Father.
Long.
Abba is my Savior. And you belong to Abba Father. Thank you once again for being with us. And this is brought to you in association with the Maranatha Power Ministry International, located behind the Lekma Polyclinic, Nungwa, Adogano. Tomorrow, Tuesday, is a moment of miracle. I will want you to be part of that section 10 a.m. every Tuesday, 10 to 12:30 midday. Once again, don't forget to be part of the moment of miracle. Every Tuesday, 10 a.m. sharp at the church auditorium behind the Lekma Polyclinic. I invite you to be there. Personally, I invite you to be there. And I love going to the moment of miracle. It's a time I don't want to miss. No matter what, I don't want to miss that 2.5 hours in the presence of God. It's very important to me. I love to go there. And I want you to be there. And I want you to come. Let's hold hands together. He said, if two shall agree,
shall be
pertaining anything they ask on this earth, God who sits in the heavens will do it. It needs just the power of agreement. It needs a corporate anointing for us to worship, to hear the word, to pray, and to praise him. And that is the time, is the moment of miracle. And when you come, you see, you come with that expectation, and you live there knowing that God has answered you. And that moment, that miracle, it will happen. That is why it's called the moment of miracle. It will happen instantly. Trust me. I've seen a lot of differences. It's working, and it will work for you. Amen. Thank you so much. I want to say a big thank you to the Bishop of the House, Bishop Noble Francis Afoteodai, for giving us opportunity to come to work with him and to fellowship at the Maranatha Power Ministry International. It's a great moment. It's a great time to come spend time with him and get to enjoy him. He's a very fine man. Then you will really enjoy him. Thank you so much, sir. And good morning to you. And good morning to the Fresh Mama and the entire family. We're grateful to the management of the MBN Mega Broadcasting Network. We say good morning and thank you all for the support that we have to be here every morning. Now let's go to our African proverbs for this morning. When the drum beat changes, the dance must also You want to say something?
When the drum beat changes,
the dance must also change.
Is that why when our politicians change position, their behavior and their attitude, their words, everything changes?
Oh boy.
Obi said they are observing table manners.
Oh boy.
So table manners.
Oh my goodness. You know, times are evolving, and so must leadership, policies, and attitude. The question is, are we adapting fast enough to meet the needs of the people? Because time is evolving.
Time is evolving.
Yeah. Times are evolving, and so must leadership and policies and attitudes. The question we ask in the Proverbs is, are we adapting fast enough to meet the needs of the people? When the drum beat changes, the dance must also change. And this is for all of us. This is for all of us. And that's African Proverbs for this morning. Now let's go to Bimbilla this morning. Let's take a listen to the president when he was there and when he has to use one stone to kill two birds. He talked about why the need to have the market which comprises of
Bimbilla market.
Yeah, the Bimbilla market, a new hub where it's going to happen in 261 districts across the country. So the breaking of the ground was done in Bimbilla, the construction.
Market. Yeah. Let me just do something small this morning.
You like Bimbilla market?
You know, there was once upon a time, a certain community's chiefs visited a certain president.
Okay.
That's Mr. President. Can you do so and so for us?
Yeah.
The president said, "You people, you rejected my candidate," and I'm just saying that Bimbilla is an MPP seat. The member of parliament for Bimbilla is the Honorable Dominic Nitiwo. Just reiterating the point that we have a president who wouldn't tell you that because you didn't vote for me, I won't bring development to your area. Yeah, this is what you want. You see, if you do bad, we will say it. If you do good, we will say it. For a president to tell a chief that your people didn't vote for my candidate, so
but didn't vote for him. Didn't vote for him.
You know Dominic Nitiwu, former defense. Dominic Nitiwu is a core member of the MPP.
The thing is,
but
did they vote for him?
JM is sending development. This is what we want.
Did everybody they vote for him?
The national cake, warfare or noni. No. No. This is what we want, and I'm commending JM. So if he's sending development, he's building market for the good people of Bimbilla, even though it's an MPP. It has been MPP since I grew up. It has been, apart from one of the very good, from politics, he went to international relations. Ibn Chambers, I think he was once a member of parliament. You know, apart from him, it has been Nitiwu all these years, you know. And JM is saying that I'm giving you water. This is what we want. Whether the people voted for you or they didn't vote for you, once they pay tax, they have a share of the national cake. This is what we want. Contrasting this to once upon a time when somebody says that because your people rejected my candidate, you know, you see. Yeah, I'm just trying to.
You know, this morning we're looking at Ghana at a crossroad, accountability, access, and opportunity, the state of governance and public trust, the cost of living versus government intervention, citizens' expectation in 2026. This is the theme for this morning as we go forward to see what's happening. The scriptures, you know, we gave you some scriptures this morning. You know, Proverbs 29:2 says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. The link between leadership, integrity, and national development. And when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. So the talking point, you know, definitely will be the link between leadership, integrity, and national development. So, and that will give me an African Proverbs. Let me give you an African Proverbs based on what you just said.
Okay.
You know, the one who fetches the water is the one who knows where the pot leaks.
Okay.
Grassroots voices in policy making. As our leaders truly listening to the people.
Listening.
That's another thing.
Integrity.
Integrity.
What we say and what
we say and what we
This morning, I was happy when I heard that a group of clergymen and women they are going to stage a demonstration against the government over some of his utterances on LGBTQ+. When they were in opposition and they needed our vote. Oh, Jan said, I'm a Christian, me Assemblies of God ni LGBT. Yes, even though there's no
when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice.
Yeah. See me Assemblies of God ni minji LGBTQ++ and
See somebody has sent me a message. It's a German general. Stop being mischievous this morning. I'm not mischievous, I'm just doing my job. Kweku, sorry. I'm doing my job. I don't think I'm doing anything bad. Have I said something bad this morning?
I don't know whether it's referring to me or you. I'm the one who did the mischief this morning.
Therefore, we aren't doing anything mischievous. I'm just quoting scriptures. And then I quote an African proverb. Then African proverbs I quote, I said, the one who fetches the water is the one who knows where the pot leaks. Makabane. And I said, grassroots voices in policy making. Our leaders truly listening to the people. And a question, I don't know for LGBTQ by.
Are they listening to us?
Are they listening to us? Anyone them go for by? Cover by.
I agree with those on this LGBT. I agree with those who say that, as it stands, there is no bill before the president.
Oh yeah.
But you see, some of the president's utterances can influence.
And yes, I can. It's influencing
legislative priorities. If John Mama said, "I am ready to sign," once they submit the bill, I'll sign. Who speed and comfort? But I say it's not a priority, no.
The point is, now, sorry, I'm not paying. Who be LGBT?
Where did
you already? I don't work fire.
Where did you wait your office?
I know spokesperson. But I know the come once him here. Into almost on best friends.
Yeah. Protest.
Protest.
Maybe for the first time I'll attend a protest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sign. You see, the reason I am trying to be hard on this government is because, look, according to GM's own words, if this government fails, our trust in politicians will go to the negatives. That is the truth. So they better not go back on their words. You said when you come, you will sign. You are not in early days. We are in April 2020. Six. We are in the second year of the administration. It's a 4-year term. 4 years.
Have you stopped having grants and aids?
But didn't they know that we'll be going for grants and aids?
No. It's just a question.
Did they know? I said, go farmers no more. Mukansa mo 6,000. Now we say global world market price.
I don't want him surprises.
It's what buy NTA answer. Aid ne grant ne. What's up? Now is the aid.
Mon company Well, let's move on this morning. Let's go to Bimbilla this morning. Let's take a watch and listen to the president when he visited the people of Bimbilla, where he launches the Bimbilla Model Market Construction Projects. What
important things in agricultural production is marketing. If you farm and you don't have a market to sell your produce, it's useless. And so there must always be a linkage between the farm and the market and the household. And so the market is the interconnection between the food on our table and the farmer producing in the field. And so Bimbilla being an important food producing area, it is only proper that Bimbilla should get one of the largest model markets.
All right, so we went to Bimbilla. I'll be going to Bimbilla again, this time around, talking about the free primary health care when he tried to talk about, people, if you go on the social media where they were ridiculing the tricycle, so the president will have to use the opportunity whilst in Bimbilla to explain to the people of Ghana that the tricycle wasn't meant, they are not ambulance, but they have to carry, they've done some cooler at the back. We know some vaccines needs some sort of having some ice cubes on them, not to destroy it, to keep it cold before they can be used. So they created that space. And for those people who know how to ride tricycle, who know how to, those were designed purposely for screening in the underserved areas, not an ambulance, is to carry them. And the president explained that. So let's take a listen to the president on that score, and we come back, and then we have the discussions on it.
Our commission, I inaugurated the beginning of the free primary health care program. And we handed over equipment and some vehicles to the CHIPS compounds. We demonstrated what each CHIPS compound was going to get. There are more than 6,000 CHIPS compounds in Ghana. And we showed what they were going to get in terms of equipment and all that. Amongst the equipment we presented, there were motorcycles, but there are also tricycles. Let me be clear. I mean, if you don't understand something, ask. Don't jump to conclusion. Those tricycles are not ambulances. Those tricycles are meant for the health workers and the health volunteers to go from village to village for screening. That is what they are meant for. And so at the back of the tricycle, they have a compartment where they can keep vaccines. To keep the vaccines cool, it's at the back of the tricycle. In the north, a lot of our sisters who are health workers can ride motorcycles. And so when they go for health screening, they use motorcycles. In the south, many of the health workers cannot ride a motorcycle. But you need to give them a means of transport to be able to go and do the work you've given them. So in the southern parts where the health workers cannot ride motorcycles, they'll be given tricycles to go from village to village to do their work. In the north where they know how to ride motorcycles, the CHIPS compound will have a motorcycle. Our sister who's the nurse, she'll sit on it, she'll put equipment behind her and ride to the village and go and give them the attention they want. So let me emphasize again, those tricycles are not ambulances. I've seen a lot of people try to denigrate them and say that we're going to bring these as ambulances. They are not ambulances. They are vehicles for the health workers who are engaged in the primary health care program to go to the village, deliver vaccinations, and then also to do health screening, test people's high blood pressure to see if it's high, test their sugar level to see if they are developing diabetes. That is what those vehicles are meant for. And so I hope this will end all that arguments and things on the social media. Those tricycles, once again, are not ambulances. They are vehicles for the free primary health care volunteers to go around and do their work.
All right, so Chairman, so Asumwa, you had the president in Bimbilla trying to explain to us the rationale behind those tricycle and also the model. What do you make of the model? Let's look at the model market in Bimbilla. This market will have a child care center, it will have a fire station, some amenities to make sure that the hub is really working off, to make sure that people get their wares and the market ready to sell those products. What do you make of it?
I mean, it's a very important initiative, and I have seen how markets are now designed. You know, we've had issues of fire gutting various markets across the country because the fire tenders find it difficult to come in. You know, we've had issues about our market women and their kids, you know, how to send them to school before coming to the market, and when school is over, how to go for their kids and all of that, leaving their shops unattended to. So it is a very good initiative. At least we are sending our kind, say when the drum beats change, we must also change
also
the dance. So we are responding to through policy and design and all of that. We are responding to all the challenges that we have had in future. So now when the market woman is going to the market, we carry the child along, drop the child in the daycare, go to market. Once school is over, you go for the child, and that is it. I mean, it is good. And the fire tender especially, so that there will be swift response in case of, any misfortune. So yes, I am happy. And like the president himself said, Bimbilla is a farming community, a very huge.
It's a huge hub.
Yes.
If you open Baira, you can buy a papi more there. Larry Boko, and more there. You get it
from there. So yes, it is. I'm happy that they are designing.
You can cook it and eat it raw.
Yeah.
More there. Very sweet. Yeah.
Yes. And Oliver Twist will ask for more. Mr. President, I want to ask for a modern market for the good people of Nkwanta and Pasa.
No, but I know Nkwanta and Pasa definitely will get, because 261 districts are all going to have this.
Great, fantastic.
261.
I know Nkwanta and Pasa are huge market centers.
So if Bimbilla is getting this, so it's going to trickle down
to the OT side,
to the OT direction as well.
Yeah.
So all those 261 districts are all going to have this hub.
Great.
And that brings to mind, you remember what the 31 December Women Movement, the late Nana Akufo-Addo was doing. It was creating the child care centers with the market for the women to empower women.
Yeah.
And I think this will go a long way to empower women out there, because the divided attention. The child is in school, you are busy in the market. When you close, you pick your child from school and you go home.
Yeah, I mean, Nana Akufo-Addo's initiative, one person that gives a very good account of what that initiative has become is Fentio Tahiru. I mean, he used to be with City Sport. He's now with Joy Sport, I think. So.
Now FHG is now with
yes, and from Tumu, he said that village, they were not going to school. So he was like a child, and then to the 31st December, they caused them to recite a poem or something, and the former first lady, the late first lady, picked him up, in her car, they went to the next village and all of that. And that is how come the dad enrolled him in school. Fentio is now one of the best sports journalists we have in the country. Very best. I mean, you should listen to Fentio speak English. Fantastic. And it is through 31st December movement. So, look, some of these initiatives, you may be asking what is the importance of it? What is the use of it?
Because I mean, if you look at the foundation, if you get a foundation is always right, the building will stand strong. And I look forward to see how this will be done within the shortest possible time. Get all this hub being established within the shortest possible time to help our people. I mean, it keeps people working, and it keeps the place viable 24 hours, and it's going to be a 24-hour market hubs. And that is. So it means that the market is not going to sleep. It's going to be, and if we could have this across all the 21 districts, you can just imagine that. And it's a good signal. We look forward to see that. You can also join us on this initiative where the president also went ahead to explain to the people of Ghana what a tricycle is all about. The importance of having a tricycle.
Ambulance.
For the ambulance, because is this preventive? Because I've always advocated, why don't we do a lot of preventive? So if now government have had and want to go into the free primary health care, which will help with preventives, and makes it easier for you to go check your sugar levels, your blood level, the basic things, your malarias and stuff like that, to keep you healthy. Because a healthy nation have a healthy people. For a nation to be healthy, they need these people to be much more healthier. So we can push the agendas of the nation. So for me, Bimbilla getting it, I'm just waiting to see how the other 261 districts are also going to have this breaking grounds for the building of all this market hub model projects across the country. Because we have 276 districts, so if 261 are getting it, why not? Interesting. I mean, we look at the hubs and the things we need in those areas and make sure that we function as a nation.
The Suhum markets.
The Suhum market too. So they all will have those hubs around it. And then the Pasa, the Hohoi, Randown, the whole all these districts are going to have it across the entire country. The upper regions as well, the upper east, upper west, all have their hubs where they're going to have this 24-hour model of market, and with all the facilities to go with it. We pray that it comes into friction, not rhetoric. The reality being done. 053-715-8638. At was saying, what's ye a mampini and near Womo Ekoye or Bimbila, a free also, or sending Chichimu by it, a free primary health care, Nyama Air cost of free primary health care. The rollout, assess affordability and sustainability. It's been one of the things I've been asking when it comes to the free primary health care, because government is pushing for the free primary health care. Is being welcomed as a major relief, but the real text lies in implementation. That is where the real text lies. Implementation. Are the health facilities equipped with staff, drugs, and logistics? That's the number one thing we should look at. How sustainable is the policy, and where is the money coming from? Long term, not short term thing. You start a week or two now, and right underserved areas. And also the Asamakoba, rural and underserved communities truly benefit. And will this reduce the burden on household or shift pressure onto already stretched system? And those your questions are, the question is free primary healthcare a lasting solution or just a short-term intervention? 053-715-8638. And numbers now also be to me so you can give us a call this morning. We are asking on the front burner, is free primary healthcare a lasting solution or just a short-term intervention? You can also share your thoughts with us as quickly as possible this morning on 053-715-8638. And what do you make of the model market for the 24-hour market hub that is being set up in Bimbila, the groundbreaking? You hear the president was there. Now let's go to Eko Esefwa, the man who believed that there's been some financial malfeasance at the NPRA, and is calling for the RTI for the ministry, for the minority accuses the NPRA of blocking the RTI requests using some international protocols, and he believed that is legally flawed. Let's take a listen to him and watch him, and then when we come back, you can also give your input. The minority says it will
get from DVLA. The DVLA documents will show that indeed Mr. Chris Boadi Mensah has bought Land Cruisers, at least 6 of them. Car number GS 415825. The color of the car is gold, used private. This is the chassis number. The owner is the National Pensions Regulatory Authority. The model is a Land Cruiser Prado. The car number has been registered in 2025. This is a Land Cruiser that was bought under his own administration. Number 2, JS 385025. This is a car. These are records of the DVLA, not coming from me. GS 385025. The owner is the National Pensions Regulatory Authority. Model Land Cruiser Prado. It cannot be said that he has not bought any Land Cruiser, or the only Land Cruiser that he has bought was in 2026. In his response, described my concerns as false and misleading and unsubstantiated. However, upon careful examination, their response does not refute the substance of the concerns. It rather confirms them, exposes gaps, and in some instances raises even more troubling questions. It is telling that in their entire response, the NPRA chose to address several issues but completely avoided one of the most serious allegations: the politically motivated transfer of staff which is costing the pension fund close to 1 million Ghana cedis. So on the 17th of March 2026, as part of my constitutional oversight responsibility, I submitted a formal right to information request to the NPRA seeking specific and verifiable data on matters relating to the management of Ghana's pension space. That request was refused. The NPRA, in an attempt to shield itself from scrutiny, chose to rely on IOPS principles which are not binding under Ghanaian law and cannot override the clear provisions of the Right to Information Act. When a public authority refuses lawful disclosure, it raises more questions than answers.
Well, so you had Vincent Eko Assefuah, the MP, the minority led by Vincent Assefuah, claimed the National Pension Regulatory Authority is refusing to release information requested under Ghana's Right to Information RTI Act. Now, detailed data on the management of Ghana's pension funds, what the MP requested, one was the detailed data on the management of Ghana's pension fund, information tied to governance, spending, and also operation. And this was submitted formally under the RTI law, which gives citizens and MPs the right to access public information. Now, the question you ask yourself is, why is the NPRA being accused of blocking it? Refusal to comply with the RTI request. The MP says the request was unjustifiably rejected. He argues that the authority is deliberately obstructing justice or transparency. Now, the use of external guidelines to deny the NPRA reportedly rely on a principle from the International Organization of Pension Supervisors, IOPS. The MP argues that these are not legally binding in Ghana and cannot override the RTI Act. Now, in simple terms, they are being accused of using international standard to step aside the Ghanaian law. That is why the NPRA is now using the IOSPS.
So what is their excuse for?
Meaning,
RTI
yes, because they don't want to give that information. They are using that principle.
How private should that information be?
That is a big question. And Assefuah is also claiming that the authority is deliberately obstructing transparency because they don't want, and now he's been able, they said he should prove it. So he got the document from the DVLA to prove that this is exactly what I'm talking about.
So yes.
So why don't you just come out and say, okay, but instead of using the International Organizations of Pension Supervisors law to step aside the Ghanaian law. Now, the minority says the NPRA's public response called the claims misleading, but did not directly answer the key questions raised. That is all they did. Now, the request is tied to allegations about spending, salaries, and pension fund management. The refusal, for me now, raises suspicions about what may be hidden. Refusing to do that raises a lot of questions. Now, let's look at the law itself. Ghana's Right to Information Act 989 guarantees access to public information to promote transparency, accountability, and public oversight. Now, so when a state body refuses, it becomes legal and governance issue, not just administrative. Their refusal to do that. Now, there is no longer just about one request, it's about whether public institutions can decide what to disclose and what to hide, even when the law says otherwise. This is where we've gotten to with this matter, where Eko Assefuah is pushing. Now, if institutions can override the RTI law using internal or external guideline, is the right to information truly enforceable in Ghana? That also brings into another question that we need to ask ourselves.
It's very important. Like I know that there are some information that cannot be made public.
Yes.
Those that are security sensitive, those that border on national security issues. For those, it is legitimate not to disclose them. That's why I asked, how private is this information that, the Honorable Asefua is seeking? And so, like you said, their refusal or blocking of the RTI request may reveal what is, what is hidden.
Yeah.
Yes. I think one of the responses they gave to the allegations on the issue of managing pension funds, they clarified that they do not manage the pension funds. So RTI clarified does not hold or manage pension funds. Its mandate under the National Pensions Act is strictly regulatory, to monitor and ensure effective administration of the three-tier pension scheme. It is not unaccountable custodian of pension funds. And then they also responded that they have only two, what's the name? Land cruisers. So Echo is saying that you bought some land cruisers. 6.
So just
you said you have 2. So, I mean, he has given us evidence from DVLA.
Really?
What is your response to that?
Yeah.
Right. So
let's make it simple.
I think for the sake of transparency, let's come clear. If there are any information, if there is any website you can refer us to, any document you can refer the media to, so that we too can peruse and come up with the conclusion to the matter, do that rather than trying to block, RTI requests and all of that. What are you protecting? What information are you protecting?
Yeah. What information are you protecting? That's a big question. Bernard is also asking. Now, let's look at what the NPRA might argue in its defense in terms of confidentiality of sensitive pension data. The National Pension Regulatory Authority could argue, now I'm playing the devil's advocate here, that the pension-related information involve financial data, contracts, and also contributors' details. Raising certain data could breach confidentiality or affect market stability.
But we are not asking for individual data.
But the question...
We are not saying that. So as published how much Mr. L has contributed. That's not what we are.
They are asking for you to prove that I did not buy the vehicle.
Exactly.
Now, they've
as
also said that there have been some transfers that has been done, which is costing the institution almost 1 million Ghana cedis. Come and say that we did not do it, or we did it.
Or we did it.
Or if we've done it, this is what is under it. Because under the RTI Act, some information can legally be exempted. That is, if it affects privacy, security, or economic interest. But I don't think with this matter, I mean, buying vehicles, you've been accused of buying vehicles, and you said, I did not buy. Now, they've been able to prove that some vehicles were bought in 2025, were registered in 2025. Even the colors and the chassis number, the manners have brought it. Now, NPRA rely on guidelines from bodies like the International Organization for Pension Supervisors, and this emphasis prudence, discretion, and controlled disclosure. Their argument, not all information should be made public immediately or fully. That is their argument. Now, but this is about vehicle. It's not about data. It's not about somebody's contribution. It's not about any breaking somebody's privacy.
Yeah.
You get it?
Yeah.
Now, if you look at it, they also requested that they didn't follow the proper RTI procedure or require more time or clarification. Sometimes institutions delay not to block but to process, review, and also sensitive part of the information. As if is not asking for those data, is asking that you send us, you tell us, this is a document I did not, or I did.
I did, yeah.
Then we can bring a closure to this dragging of feet of this matter. You've been accused of something. If you didn't do it, you didn't do it.
And
if you've done it, come. That is it. If you've done it, come out. Yes, I did. And let's go through the matter and then save up all of us this headache. Because you said the man should prove it.
He has proven
he has proven it.
Yeah.
What again are you going to say?
Come and disprove what he has proven. Yeah, I mean, it's just no, we didn't buy it, and this so. The documents you are
holding is fake.
It's just as simple as that. But, you know, don't sit in your office and.
Oh. Well, the MPRA may be working on a tightrope between openness and protecting sensitive financial information. The question is, where should the line be drawn? If they are quoting the IOPS as a reason why they don't want to release information, where should the line be drawn? It's a simple question. 053-715-8638. Transparency, public right to know versus institutional responsibility to protect data. That is what they are doing. Meanwhile, the man is not asking for data. Because he didn't ask for data. He said, what to cast? Say, no cruising and no crude, just a mentor. It's a very simple. Onza. 053-715-8638 is the numbers. You can also send us messages on the same reactions to this matter, and then we can pick it up there straight away from what you make of it. 053-715-8638 is the numbers. Shortly we'll be going into the newspapers. Then we will go to Berfikrum. Today is Monday.
Yeah.
We'll go to Berfikrum today as well to fine-tune ourselves with the happenings in Berfikrum. There was something I chanced on this weekend, talking about men.
Okay.
Men. So, Mema. The baby had
almost say I had
Charlie.
And I ain't
Charlie. When I was reading the article, I was like, whoa, this is serious.
What is it?
Bernard, it's a serious thing.
What is it? What did they say we have done?
Hey.
Or what are they saying we should do?
What we should be doing is to take care of ourselves well.
Very important.
Especially, when a man is being wicked, it's from the waist down.
So,
yeah. A man gets weak from waist down. A woman up.
Waist up. Okay.
Because the penis is everything about the man. If you live long, if you die early, if something is wrong with your nervous system, if something is wrong with the brain, it's the penis. I mean, very simple. That is those erection, adorn, those erections and things. It's not about ejaculation. Once I saw it, threw my mind back to something.
Okay.
That people are always looking at Bema. That means that this thing will have to be working 24/7. The point is that your blood flow and everything depends on because the penis control every system of the man.
Yeah.
When I read the article over the weekend,
now what is a catch via or say area say phone no on the original crafting in somewhere. Of course, that you could try on the start how? Of all the but chow coin. I mean, how? Of all the mystical suicide, no, you desire to cut down one. So right now that you've survived, you know, how would you? That's the L. Say we say ni what say oh yeah useless so
a vegetable.
Oh, you are saying now Joe Crave in Zemwa. Ako try nti say na wa survive no. Obenzen.
I say I'm going to buy plastic.
Ti ase wo.
The wo kra no number.
Obisa. I want for the over the agency can drone. Ako try odi eguro. Sakeke.
Oh my goodness. Now, okay, article now is very interesting.
Yeah.
Men, your penis can tell you everything you want to know about your health.
Hey. About your health.
Yes.
So you can tell me about
everything about your health.
My heart.
Your heart, everything.
My liver.
About your liver,
Kidney,
everything about your head. Hey. It can also tell you if you will live long or not.
Hey.
Because the penis of a man is a barometer or gauge or measurement for his health. A man's penis is a living diagnostic instrument, quietly taking note on its vascular integrity, neurosurgical signals, hormonal balance, inflammatory health, sleep quality, and long-term survival odds. Erections are not just only about desire.
It's about what?
Nighttime erection in particular are not erotic events.
But
they are system checks.
Okay.
Autonomous, okay. Involuntary, and brutally honest.
Nti semisori anopana ahimachi mehena asenia awarding no awada no let say niema nkoyie wo system ni else me call it to sharp
so show who say that's a bb nkoyie. So when I was reading, I took my time to read it like 4 times.
So it's not so I've been asking questions. I mean,
because sometimes you see that it throws out some semen when you going to pee. Sometimes it means it's checking the system. I said, oh, because when Brian Johnson, then 48, said in 2024 that men without nocturnal erections are roughly 70% more likely to die prematurely. He wasn't being provocative. He was stating that cardiology and urology have been cycling for decades, but none being direct enough. The penis predicts death because downstream of everything required for life to flow well.
Predicts death, pa.
It's a downstream of everything required for life to flow well. Blood has to move freely.
It's true.
Nerves have to fire accurately. Nitric oxide has to be produced efficiently.
Okay.
Testosterone has to exist in sufficient quantity and actually be usable.
Yeah.
Sleep cycles have to be intact. Automatic nervous system has to be able to switch into parapathetic mode, which means rest, repair, and regeneration. When any of those fail, erection goes first, long before the heart attack.
Wow.
Long before the stroke, long before the diagnosis that forces a man to pretend he never ignores the signs. Charlie, I was reading the thing, I was like, systems check.
Systems check. Penile
health is not penile health is not measured by whether a man can get it up on command. That framing is adolescent and misleading. Dr. Ryan Walter explained that penile health include erectile quality, organic function, libido, satisfaction with intercourse, and overall sexual satisfaction. Erectile dysfunction is not a penis problem. It is an early warning system for cardiovascular disease.
Really?
Yes. The arteries supplying the penis are significantly smaller than those feeding the heart and brain. They clog first and they lose elasticity first. Plug buildup, insulin resistance, chronic inflammation, dysfunction announces themselves through diminished erection years before a cardiac event.
Wow.
So this one day, I just leave it here.
Take our health seriously.
So all we need to do is to take our health very seriously. Now that the pre-primary health care is in, go check yourself. I thought check your sugar level, check your blood level. Once your blood is not your BP and stuff, then you should know.
Na se mesoya no pana senior working kai. I might know for about 1 month, 2 months.
Then you need to check yourself. Then you need to check yourself.
But also that.
You need to check
then
yourself.
Then no hospital saying.
Oh, check your system. Oh, check your nerve. Also check your cardio. You're checking. You are doing. That is why at least
you have to provide all information.
But the point is that once in a year, at least for nothing, once in a year, you have to do a thorough system check. Because we are working, we are system.
Yeah.
Just like vehicles.
Yeah.
BBA to chima also causes some oil. No?
Yeah.
Maintain manan say.
Yeah.
A say I to men sano.
No correct. Do tofu fro.
Do and a for no so turn to a human yen to men tofu from mount. You be manage you.
Manage you.
Yen person be do some management to see.
It's true.
I've given you some preambles. I chanced upon this research. I read over it. I went to other how do you call it, research centers to really fine tune myself with it. Okay, so this is all this thing is pointing to. So it means that when you get those signals, it means you need to go do health check.
Yeah.
It's not just about erection.
Okay.
It means the BBA touch with the whole system. Because arteries now a erection any wavy. So it means that the broader thing is having a problem. So blood is not flowing as it's supposed to flow. The testosterone level is reducing.
Okay.
What are the things you need to eat? What are the things you need to do to be able to up it? Have enough sleep. All these things count for it.
Very important.
Very, very important.
I think, kindly share with me. So
I will share it with you, bro. I will share it with you.
Yeah.
When I picked that aspect, I want to say a big thank you to Nana for because I went through. I said, Doc, I did wait. I mean, they'll not tell you the truth, but that what you're reading is the truth. I said, you don't mean it. It's the truth.
Hey, say who you?
It's the truth.
Also, ya no pana niamada me pacho.
Start to say, check on.
Yeah, check on.
You need to check yourself. And yes, I don't know catch us and no engineer on that. There be nothing.
They are killing us. God, when God created us, He gave us natural abilities. Natural abilities. Open say hands niama didiye, ye exercise niama, bring habine fruits, no money veggies. The giants are near man. I want to talk to Chrome. You are killing yourself. Yeah.
My friend is killing me softly.
Yeah, you are killing yourself. It's not healthy. I don't want to mention any names, but it's not healthy. God, or see yendi eduabana nemfa. Answer when you are here. And to people say, Unya pomodia, eat well, eat healthily, eat fruits, veggies.
Color your plate.
Color your plate, right? Get herbal drugs. Don't be taking those things no. Dinam bo na internet no so nya ade no.
That aphrodisiac name wow. There's a system no. Ehia ahwade.
You see when you take those things your system will begin to adjust to them. So to get your time, if you don't take them, you will be so naturally you have lost your natural self.
And now you are going artificial.
Right, so you are going artificial. Without them, you cannot do anything.
And you try when I say, "Sir, Master, who my chairman say, bah," and now I'm not pajamas, no so no say, a system check. And then just a vacation baby, a system check, yes sir. And about incho, great. Now let's move straight away and go to the newspaper headlines. We believe we're making your day. Let's start with the Daily Graphic before we go to Berfi Chrome this morning. The Daily Graphic says that AGI throws weight behind custom AI valuation system, but demands 48-hour dispute resolution. Story is on page 13. Then you have the ENP unveils Damang Development Plan. Airport, roads, health facilities among blueprint for enclave. And when I was following, there's one thing the CEO of the new acquired Ghanaian enclave, Ibrahim Mahmoud, said that I was excited. He said, look, that even the person that advised that pushed for us to bid from Goldfields was a former president, John Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. And I want to say a big thank you to him for the support.
That is it.
So it is not because
his brother
NDC was in power. It's something that was hatched even during the S1 administration, 2023. They keep giving, look, we need to have Ghanaian companies running our gold sectors. I mean, how interesting and exciting it is to have a Ghanaian-owned gold refinery, a gold mining companies. Look at the Blackwater Basin thing they are chasing for. And then having Damang and Tarkwa being mined by is going to create a job. The money is going to remain here. Then the chief executive officer of the group of the Jata Holdings Limited, the parent company of engineers and planners, ENP, Ibrahim Mahama, has unveiled the ambitious and far-reaching development agenda for Damang Enclave, saying the takeover of the mine will also serve as a catalyst for infrastructure transformation and community development.
Fantastic.
It would also represent a bold, demonstration of Ghanaian capacity in the large-scale recovery management, he added. He was speaking at the handing over ceremony of the Damang mine in the western region to ENP at the weekend. And Mr. Mahama outlined plans that would extend beyond the gold extraction, including investment in roads, healthcare, sports infrastructure, and airport.
Great.
Yeah, an airport reposition the area as a thriving economic hub.
Fantastic.
So, because you know why? I've always fought this. Anytime I go to Boise, I get so angry. Why? All these years, all the foreign companies that came to mine in Obuasi couldn't turn Obuasi to be one of the finest cities of this country. Look at Tarkwa, diamond and gold. All these companies couldn't turn this enclave as one of the finest hubs we can think of. Look at Akwitia. They are rather in the deplorable state. Their roads, everything in those all areas are bad. Now, when I was following the news and I was reading through, listening to him, and he did mention that even right now, the road leading to Damang is going to be asphaltic. And they are going to start working immediately to get the road to be asphaltic. I said, voila.
That is the difference.
That's the difference.
Because
this is where, go to Joburg. Bro, if you enter into Joburg and they tell you this is the hub where gold is mined, will tell you the city. There is nothing you can find around Joburg. One of the finest cities in Southern Africa. So you ask yourself, we've been a leading gold mine country from the colonial era to date, and we can't boast of our cities that golds are mined. Then now it has turned to a Galamsey hubs. If the golds are mined and the cities have been well structured and people are getting job and there's business and trade, look, the Galamsey will minimize. You cannot even feel it. Look, Galamsey is done anywhere there's a gold mining. But the point is that it's at the minimum level and they do responsible mining. So you give the people livelihood in those areas to do it, but they do it responsibly so you can buy from them, you can guide them. But not what we are doing.
Not what we are doing.
Now a Ghanaian company, an XY administration, look, you have the capacity, you have the machinery, you've been supplying to these mining companies. Why don't you go into it yourself? Go to Kaduna. Kaduna Namdi is a Chinese hub that has taken Kaduna in the upper east region. Go and see the finest mines digging they've done there. The job they've created in those areas. Okay. Now, if Damang goes a Ghanaian company, do you know the number of Ghanaians and expertise that will be taken off. Because we have people going to the School of Mines, you don't have jobs to do. Now you have a company coming there, which is a Ghanaian company, said, I'm going to make sure the blueprint for the enclave is airports, roads, health facility, sports infrastructure, so that people can go to the stadium and throw out the adrenaline when they're frustrated, go get something to cheer about, and you sit back and look, look, you got all the support, ENP.
Yeah.
I mean, you got all the support.
Yeah.
We keep praying. This works.
This works.
We'll pray this works. That's our hope.
Yeah.
We'll pray it works.
Yeah.
You got all the support. Trust me. I mean, when they mention the ex-president, because all along, if we follow the thing, the bidding was done during that administration.
Yeah.
And now he come out to tell us the then president said, you can do it. So we'll give you all the support to get it.
You get it.
They did not treat him because his brother is with an NDC.
Is on the opposition.
They treat him because he's a Ghanaian.
And he has what it takes.
And he has what it takes to run it. And number two, these are the things we are looking for.
Yeah.
That is why I keep getting angry of the destruction of the banks, the Ghanaian-owned banks. This is where I get so angry with it. That money we used to do the cleanup, we're too vindictive. We're too vindictive. We could have used that money to go into those banks and get them rather to stand on their feet. Support it, be in there, put people within to manage it in a way to raise it, and then those who were, unemployed would have still be working. So the numbers would have been down. People around, GN was around the entire country. I've supported it.
Yeah.
We didn't do that.
We were saving.
So if there's another company coming in, I always say, look, if we can raise even 10 billionaires in Ghana, it will change this economy.
Absolutely.
It will change the economy. Because the private sector is what drives it. It's the engine of growth for this nation.
Yeah.
Government can only provide, government should stop running business. Government should provide service. And allow the private sector to run the show and take your taxes and build this nation. That's all. That should be. We should liberalize the system. The bottleneck should be taken up and allow Ghanaian people to grow. Let's grow the Ghanaian. Yena na mabrusi yetu to go to say wushi uni gold wo fie. Who gold ring? Who got to gold coin crash and a ball? I mean, by we say it's a gold coast. Gold chain crown maybe. Yena na namu diom de maya ne akona ne ne aton say ye piskana ko business. Ni asan ko see iska. We shouldn't be. So for me, this is voila. I pray that it works. It works. And because look, I went to the Upper East. Then I went to sit at Tongo. Early in the morning, 5 a.m. If you see the number of people that are going to work at the mine, you'll be surprised. Wow. Private buses that are taking workers to work, which has created a job for individuals in the transport sector. Equipment. ENP is who supplies equipment to the same mining company. One of the finest you could see there. And it actually said, whoa, this is super. So it's the same thing. If Black Volta, the Black Basin, which was also for ENP, and this one are all working, these are Ghanaian companies. Yeah. Let's support our own. Let's give them. Because right now, if you look at what Dangote has done with oil refinery in Nigeria, has now become one of the exporters of refined products. Yeah. One of the leading in West Africa. Yeah. And to me, that's a good thing we should do. Africa should begin to think of itself and build our own. And stop this partisan whatever we carry to the private sector. We should stop that. MYN. So those are the story on the graphic. And then he has another story. That was also another refreshing story where GCB pays out 265 million dividend after 5 years break.
Fantastic.
Fantastic for those who invested in a GCB. And you know GCB is taking over a bank in Liberia?
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Great.
It's a good thing.
Great.
They eye the West African expansion, so they're going to Liberia to buy a bank there.
That's nice.
And that's a good thing. I mean, refreshing to hear. It helps grow the economy.
Very
it helps grow the economy.
And I hope that they are workers will be a little bit.
Oh yeah. So those are the stories on the Daily Graph.
And so quite almost smiling.
Now I think holistically, from next month, this is what we're going to do. I'm bringing someone to talk about customer service for a home.
We need it. We need it.
It's a Ghanaian problem.
Yeah, it's a Ghanaian problem. Yeah. We need it too.
So it's something MBN is going to do.
We need it.
I've written to them.
They say bank be. I've got my salary for who, and the thing did. It's like they don't care. Non-challenge. I'm like, look, this is how I survive.
No, I'm a foul.
Hey,
I'm a foul.
Oh no! I've gone to me call Brium Crank come here Queen. I've gone to. I said, how do you treat customer? And I'm Missy Santi. So I mean, Missy Sa. And no. Marco closing the crowd.
And then so regular.
A bar regular. Me salary for her. At least me salary so bar me na me multi charges also. Now the any man ma bam I'm going to close it. I'm waiting for them to come here. I'll give them a good report.
The point is that just me and me to say Ibrahim Mama.
She Omukra never point. Hey, me call her say the way they behave as I would Chenkra
and Sikakasia. I see
Munja is out. Sika Ibrahim Mustasi no. Don't wait until we become millionaires before you. There's another telco. Look, my broadband was not working. Hey, it took them 3 months to come and fix the broadband for me. Customer service in this country, I said they are doing you favor. Me not must subscribe to your service, no. Me most cannot. I said they are rather doing me a favor. Customer service in this country, you observe retail shops. And then call the other one. Customer service. Learn to treat customers well. I am bringing you money. I can decide to go and buy from another place. So if I have come to you, you need to treat me well. I am keeping you in business. I'm bringing you money. So also your service. Also good.
Wow. Customer
service in this country, I can't say account.
Oh no, we'll treat it as a it's a whole thing we're going to treat up. So watch out for us. We'll come your way with that. So those are the stories on the Daily Graphic.
Let me take the Daily Post. President Mahama applauds rapid progress on Tamale Teaching Hospital Cardiology Center project. You can see the president inspecting the site. You're having some interaction with the officials on site. Ninahin Bauxite, Ninahin chief calls for fair chance for indigenous companies. Yeah. A good call, a very good call. These are the two major Ibrahim Mahama's stories also here about EMP in Daman. Ibrahim Mahama pledges major infrastructure boost for Daman communities. These are the major stories on the front page of the Daily Post.
Now, away from the Daily Post, let's do the Inquisitor this morning. The Inquisitor also have the sidelining of Ghanaians in the Ninahin Bauxite deal, where there's anger sparks, as GIDEC is also calling for an indigenous Ghanaian company to do. And for me, I would champion to have a Ghanaian companies if they have the capabilities to do it, to go into it. Editorial, Alex Dadek's KGL Group must be commended. It's also on the front page of the Inquisitor newspaper. The chairman Boga hits at Dr. Hamid. Jata fires critics of a government tricycle health project. And then you had the president this morning explaining that they are not ambulances. They are to help the health workers deliver health to the people in the underserved areas. Stories on the Inquisitor newspaper.
Let me take the Metro Lens newspaper. Tricycles, not ambulances. That is according to John Mahama, the president. Anna Dompre commissions 5 community water projects to tackle access challenges in Sawam Adwejiri. Good one there. Our yams are rotting. Our lives are breaking. Techima market women cry out. Story on page 4. And the final one I will take, no defiance between Get Fund boss, education minister. No defiance between Get Fund boss and the education minister. Story on page 4 has the pictures of the Honorable Haruna Idrisu, Minister in charge of education, and Paul J, Get Fund boss. Stories on the front page of the Metro Lens.
All right. From the Metro Lens, let's move straight to Daily Guide. From Metro Lens to Daily Guide. Daily Guide also has a story of the EMP pledged major investment in Damang, sack pension boss over reckless spending at Safwa. So if you had Asafwa lamentation this morning at Espresso, we showed you what he said. In the bauxite mine, local companies deserve fair chance. Chief, now the chiefs are calling for local mining companies for the bauxite. For me, that's good. AGOSP relations broken beyond repair. Stories on page 6. And then the Otumo group remains part of Achim Ebuakwa Adriana family. Okay, so this is a family matter there on the Daily Guide.
Okay, from the Daily Guide, let's do the Chronicle. Declining sales pushing us out of business. That is young farmers crying out. Foreign investors to take over Ninehim bauxite. That is a question. Stakeholders push back against alleged move. Mahama promotes 19 senior police officers. Achim Hene is our overlord. Kingmakers of Ediana family insist. And the verse for the day is taken from Matthew chapter number 8, the verse 25. Why are you afraid, oh, you of little faith? Sorry, it's on the front page of the Chronicle.
And I know he's talking about the foreign investors taking over in bauxite. Now I believe that we should all push for the local, support them. I always say the government should look at the guaranteeing at the local companies, be behind them, and let us push and put money in there. Get our people enrolled, get our people support, get them the expertise, and we should be able to mine our own stuff instead of bringing the foreigners. That royalty squares where they are awesome, where you pay them awesome. Away from the Chronicles, let's do the Informer newspaper. The Informer this morning came informing us is that tricycles are not ambulance. You heard it from the president this morning when he went to Bimbila, Mahama, as government rolls out primary health care. Declare too early, get disqualified. Hey, Fifi Kwavikwete. It's that when you declare early, you get disqualified.
Which one?
Allahu Akbar.
Which one?
I went to Egypt to run commentary on the blaster against Egypt World Cup qualifier.
Okay.
After we beat them 6-1 in Kumasi, and goals were not coming. That was the first time I heard that. Goals were not coming. By the time they got a goal, you had a whole stadium. Allahu Akbar. It's just like going to second D. Those times we leave Cape to watch a game in second D, and when Hazakis was Hazakis, and there's a goal that comes, we hear do. The whole stadium, they don't shout goal. Yeah. We hear do. And is what Fifi Kwavikwete is saying. Now do. And now okoye. Praise God.
Resign 6 months.
No, it says declare too early and get disqualified.
I don't understand.
Ke oya declare be anani ntabiye. I want to go for the secretaryship of the NDC, and I announce it today. I will be disqualified. They should wait for the dates that will be set by the party. Because you see, it's doing it because, when you start throwing things, it takes the party's attention from governance.
Okay.
Don't forget that parties.
I didn't read the headline well. I thought it said resign too early.
No. Is that declare too early, get disqualified.
But if I am resigning, can't I say that I'm resigning because I want to contest?
Because you've not resigned yet. So don't declare too early, so that you don't get yourself disqualified. NDC want aspirant ahead of internal polls. Okay. And this one say fight against corruption. Mahama rates OSP high. TI warns OSP distraction as NDC backs court, but MPP question AG takes over. Assemble Debbie. Court pursues VACPO chief Lindquist over alleged 8,000 Ghana cedis fraud. Oh, VACPO. Soviet. Okay, from Pekid you go to VACPO. Okay. Minister calls for private sector push. Yeah. Okay. Stories on the Informer newspaper this morning.
So let me tell you, the Ghanaian publisher Insider dismisses claims of of Get Fund and Minister Rift, that is Minister for Education and the Get Fund boss. GIADEC accused of sidelining local firms. See page 2 for that story.
A bauxite project, right?
It has a picture of the CEO for GIADEC and then the board chair. Ediana that's not how it is pronounced. Odohene cut ties with Ochehene.
But Ediana's people.
But I thought the elders said they are still under.
They are still under, so I don't see why he's behaving that way.
Anyway, yeah. So these are the stories on the front page of the Ghanaian publisher.
All right, from the publisher, let's do the Daily Searchlight. 80-bed Oba Penny Ebena Ahinewa Orthopedic Center commission at Wenchi. Okay. Then he has a Odua Group remains part of Achim Ebuakwa, loyal to the Ochihene Ediana family. There's a nipa back could be pena concepts, right? Abolish Special Prosecutor Office, COPEC boss. Stable power ahead. Outages are temporary. Mahama assures. State security turn into weapons against opposition. Ewuku on the front page of the Daily Searchlight.
You know this state security thing. I read in the news somewhere that national security officers, fraudsters, posed as national security.
Yeah. There's a lot.
Isn't there a way to identify who is a true national security operative?
Oh, there's always a way. Because if let's say for instance, if you go to the western side,
because you remember the
you'll be able to determine who is the FBI, who is the police.
So they need to educate us. When I see a police officer, I know that is the police officer. So how do I identify a national security operator? So that nobody comes to me and in the name of national security and does anything, and later I get to know that the person is actually not a national security or officer. So is there not a way to identify such persons? I think it would be a good legal education. Because I remember what happened at Ayasu West Wugon, where tax posing as national security beat some individuals, including MPs. I remember the recent incidents.
At the end of the day, they were not.
They were not, And so, if
and sometimes when a party is in power, people decide to do things on their own and call themselves certain names.
But it is not right. And the party will end up protecting them.
Yeah. It's a mayhem. It's very bad behavior.
Anyway, so let me take the news center. Most of the stories were found in other news papers. We don't steal customers. We don't steal customers' data. That is according to the MTN CEO. The data
it was last week.
Talk time here, airtime no na.
You see, people have forgotten that once you're pushing for a top speed internet connectivity, the speed goes with the data.
The data.
That's one thing we're not looking at. So we feel that, okay, I bought it and it's gone. But it's a usage. And the people have opened a lot of behind the scenes programs that they've not closed.
They are running. Apps are running at the background.
Apps are running at the back. You've not shut them.
You've not shut them. You've not closed them.
And some does automatic updates. And when you told them, baby, away drew no, obe pause it. When you told them, obe start it. So if you don't put all those apps off, obe first area. Now also, now account,
Anyway, so car powership in talks with government over PPA extension. That story is also on the front page of the news center. The Damamai Airport Roads Health Facilities among EMP's development blueprint for Damai Enclave. Stories on the front page of the news center.
Away from the news center, let's do the final wrap. Then from there we go to Berwick Chrome is a Ghanaian point. Current power outages not doomsday. Mahama assured Ghanaians. The free primary healthcare is just a repackaged MPP policy.
Okay.
Minority. Okay, oh, it's good. If a policy is good and is repackaged, and then just like the other, you remember the former road minister? I'll take the contract from you, I'll repackage it and award it. Yeah, so if it's an MPP policy and it will work for the Ghanaian people and has been repackaged.
Are you talking about Wakwata?
No, what? I didn't mention somebody's name. I just said something, and I'm just saying that if the primary healthcare is an NPS administration's how they call it policy, and the current administration deems it is good, and they rebranded and they packaged it and they sold it to the Ghanaian people.
That is it. It is for the
good
of the people.
For the good of every Ghanaian.
Yeah.
It's fine. And free primary healthcare is just a repackaged MPP policy. Okay, minority. Yate. RF 2026 Housing Ministry, Netflix, and also Gold Key Rechat new part. 42-year-old cocoa farmer slashed off manwood in an attempted suicide. The story we're telling us. On a lie.
Suicide, the hot on.
No, on a lie.
And never be brave where Hong Kong or the suicide.
I don't know about the frustration. 8 arrested over Asin Awesam for allegedly impersonating security operators to rob miners. So they've picked them. They've picked those 8 people. So I think that's the final newspaper this morning. I think the refreshing story have to do the ENP. So exciting. Government also coming in to say that, explain to us what a free primary care is all about. With that story, but I think this morning's newspaper, the stories are good. Newspaper. People calling Jarek calling, being lambasted by the chiefs and the people of for saying, look, we need a local expertise to take over mining instead of bringing the foreigners. If they have the expertise, why not?
Why not? That is it. It is all about the expertise.
It's all about the expertise.
Yeah.
If they have it, they will employ the Ghanaian people and on the shoot. No, why not? Let's put them there. Well, so this is where we'll pull the brakes on the newspaper headlines for the morning. Yep. Boy. And we'll be not sending message. No message near mystery. I see. Why go bring this Spinny's matter? You make Rihanna my heart to the beat.
Obakusro.
My heart the beat. Charlie, bro, my heart the beat. And I wear William. I see I'm listening. I see L. I said, well, I can't say more. It's also me checking me home.
Press our boys, press our doors. I say, unya time crown, mawa.
On check you, sir, the year now is so you're vegetable and I was your vegetable. Well, as we've heard this morning, from the tension between the Office of the Special Prosecutor and the Attorney General Department to the big questions surrounding free health care, one thing is clear: policy, power, and people must align for real progress to happen. Because at the end of the day, it is not just about the announcement or the institution debate. It is about results that impact the everyday Ghanaian.
Results that impact.
Yeah, results that impact everyday Ghanaian. And so that is where we put the curtain on the front burner. We went into the newspaper. and I'll be going to Berfi Chrome to Berfi Chrome for the alternative medicine, right?
Yeah.
Alternative medicine, which which will be going there. We'll be going to Berfi Chrome shortly, but also remember that and the wrap up of the newspaper of what the papers are saying this morning. But beyond the headlines, the real story is how these issues affect you and I, your livelihood, your choices, and your future. So stay with us, because after the break, we shall shift our focus to the national policy, where we go deeper into discussions shaping Ghana's development. We'll come back. But coming up, in recent years, the conversation around health have gone beyond hospital walls into homes, communities, and traditional spaces where many Ghanaians are turning to alternative and complementary medicines. So from herbal treatment to natural therapies and long-standing traditional healing practices, the question today is not just about what works, but how do we balance tradition with modern healthcare? We'll be exploring the role of alternative medicine in today's health system, its benefit and its risk, and what regulation means for safety and trust. So stay with us as we dive into conversation and cross over to Berfi Chrome right about now, the intersection of culture, science, and well-being. We'll be right back right after Berfi Chrome with Abnabio, and then we'll go to the national.
Tony. Dr. Muhammad said, "Me country SM Francis said, Nyame nhyira wo bia. Nyame nye obi bia kese. Na said de enne me ba me dofo all kanu. Abusua. Ya dia bronya tumi ansa Dr. Dubaya wa besa. Dr. Dwe. Yenye udeni. Adek yese nkwa sombo. Onkwa som yebo. And it's every Edu Heba Hospital. Anna era number to do so. Ediabeboade. Say ye de sanya dear. E what to see any tea any numpemu. Ye unkoto dremu near to asia me fia ye damma wa pomu dear si pierce ta. Na ye ya the bonus ne tuato. Enone ye di busu your sister no to say. Watenga no ewu kojo tro nyane no brim no asori gina wo enenti esan say enem betena ase ye dey SM meters na dey mewuram because me do get na no tanya nyame aka SM abusan fa me TV so bi won wan kom wo gina get na no do so aka me the box empty box and everything TV so bel me da tweri ampo ase se wa mo akoma tom yi se me ntwa na me ka se wi amo age ne boko enenti abusan ye say e do bajo atrema adanse na nkasa na nam eno ntina meduru ya na SM no obi apesa onje emfiri mensem na bottom ne ba kwampo driver no ko je nam se na no Thursday me ba obi je ene dem mo bi anje ana me de aba enenti me do foot say papa no osore o taso no kan o sese wato graphic am obi kenkan no mata no de gan kan ni nyina ma me ne mo kan ne brofum etimi da na betwi translation. So I say, SM Bitters, a dread, the abasa, de ba ama aware, de amefie, de ama enkodeni aje, a kunu when ya jama, you didn't almost when yaje, and then atom in chimney, I'm a man, SM Bitters, bakufu one. Often coffee, Namia, the attach, and Yangatan better, the man boko, and then in a happy quaho. And then to say what graphic am obi kind, nana, Mr. L.D. Kakayen. We ye bema and transema bema. Now no about metro man, now namwa. Sister, bra. What timus are then in Koyi. Upon in whatsa. When no bano ed conscious moi. What timus say? Don't do a cat of a went to me, uncle. Minute I did also no can went to me. SM Bitters a dress, a woman master, what dear and walk on say, no man when I had a pompa son, let's say, boko na somebody that want for papa so I say clap for yourself our classroom and no anama we are not for banaka say wo be mem obana ma fans enya do be you no catch say the we ye ni there be ebusia so we no banaka say do ye tumi ye ni na kire say problem wo ho yade wo ho bibi wo ni padua ni mu a enko yie bibi wo sisi mu no ma enko yie o mema ye na ensipi ensita na Dr. do so say ense say wotena say emma o ma oba ejojo wo sa na ense say wotena say emma be ma so obejojo oba so atiase emmachi oba branete saminto na nyojo mi na enso de nko okwa me fa so mfi be ma na beto aso eno na chese wadwuma no wa anya nwi eni ti Dr. do say SM Bitters oba nom be ma nom me pa chow wunya 18 years ya enom wo your ba wa fafura enom wo breastfeeding so a enom wa ye CS ya freyen number no screen ni so natural months a wanya ansana ebe mo anoma ya mawanom oba se ubu nsa na emeyi menamai se boso me so na me bu nsa na se me ama nti se bibi ni na mo menti because menti pen bia eno na chasa wo yoba enya de aboso me ne so a abusua na obi de wada ne calendar o chasa obetie mo fie buo yansa na wakọ ne boss osa aboso me asutua meka because the da wo be ye ne fie wo ne brono ne so no obi abehu say yes oboso me aso na ye ya so when aboso me na so nyati say wo tim onyati say wo ntimi ankwa dwuma o wo ye so da dem wo yare ene na aboso me aso oni calendar o do wada ne calendar madam emo bi fa na ne calendar wane dem boy aden awo bra SM Bitters so say beboawo ama watimi abu nsaboko ama black cloth ni nyina anane abesia ko kama wonti etiam obi a mpota wabu nsa so we oba na abu sana bi aba kama nkasa na ma feel comfortable wotim sa wankasa no ohun yo de because se free ya ho besen kwa wona wotu so we yefu mu ayodin ohun ni padua ni mu ayodin because se eye ba na ebetom a e ma o sign no se ba na ebetom eba beton ko fra abusunya nya easy won so na ma abofron oniema ase what is into so rough not me say bo na ama eno wa hu say why ready say wo be wo enti no ma science na say wo de na nya ba na ebetom bosome mienu bosome miensa o mesesen emma e wo bre nso a wonyem a ebusua pe SMB test na no wo don se ni na ba besane abese akọ ama ho atọ afen so no say wonya o menses from day 1 about 7 days afe to asokono na so tiba 6 days so tiba 5 days 4 days e was so say wo say dia aka na embae no e wo hefa aka ho akawa ya ase ho enti awasa wonom SMB test na enani moja SMB test na ni moja ebe na ne de aka ho na aya clotting na abobo ntonto a na ebe da ne fibroid ana se ebe ye bibi aya sisi aka wo wawudie nim no ebe na ne na fi ho ama na bese akọ na wo ho atọ afi wo na mo say yes wo do say so boka say yes me oba efi ono your oba na bese wo fa nyinsan ya SMB test na ni moja no ama de sisi a wo de na no akwan ni nyina bese ko wi a obi wo say afi pa na dem na wa fa afro wa wo de na to me na say dem ha dwin o do ba to kan so ba na be ha dwin ofie e na no ma bi so de ba to be ne ba ne ye nti asase say din no agwa de to de within 2 months they say Ebusia o have about to me to atase SMB test nti e kasa na eni age because ye de ensese ebo ebi say ye adwuma kese adansi dia eba SMB test no doso ene nti na me kan farm on say to be ma o yire to be ma okun na entu ya de ase because mo no ma ye adwuma 15 butrim na ne na mo honam onam ye de odo adwuma tumi so wotumi de adwuma ewo abonten ko office temi ye adwuma kama osisi nim etimi ya kama e clear paint na bibia wo osisi nim enu nkoto dwenim nyina firi wo wotie adwuma yi ama ho ato na akodem so a eno ya friend side effect friend side benefit because no madro ni wi ado benya na ekire no eno kwampo na do so bonus no na ya na ede obi koto adua na wa anto so a what told you na tua ka bi no pento so wan to ne so ase da bi aduane ne menni eto so ka tuwa bi no eno na e ka no bonus no so atiase to no SMB test ya bonus na be di na che no ene so betimi ahama afa o dem o so na bra kwa so je no yes so ase o ma fans so yes wo be memu na edro abuso ya to agu o man ga na mu ha ba bia pharmacy shop bia benya bi herbal shop bia benya bi chemical shop bia benya bi koto SMB test na o kwa so pe social movement o pe spiritual movement o pe social media open the trendy and strong man me pacho shatter movement edoro na American wasem no simeso na American wasem no sincere met na American wasem no senior minister na American wasem no edra won man no akasa man ho fans when am to say yes what charge na anam and no empty number no that screen so me da fa me tata me si twa me photo and na no papa be share mo so twa me photo am na phone no so ayeba na the pacho delete be aya number no time teacher photo abusia number nerika na 0558 379545 0558 379545 eno ye the filler according to Dr. Edu. Second number is 0201 044221 0201 044221. Last number is 0243 989368 0243 989368. Number 3 na me dofo fra eba Edu Heba Hospital. Na ye no edi nkomo kan how chain wa bada bridge wukojo to me pacho frey yen no nkasa na edro free Edu Heba Hospital ana eba ayaresa bia busuan yakwadare ewa yarehwa nya yaresa nyina mu ye tu stroke kwase emma obi a oyare stroke ada hwache na obi a won se de edu no na chi nyina yekro ya bo ne pampers ababa wa feru ansore no yi pampers no ne ekọ no eho asem ana meka eni se stroke no ache nipa no ache wache no fane brain man kasim ba fikrom eho na headquarters no ewo abusuan odu man kasim station o ko ba fikrom obecho ka we fro na bra obedu wono ma abusuan be hwewo ama ode hye no ne ho ato no kama ye what no to emu ofe emu ode obedem say yes wo da fie wo da yare sabia so asa wo djojo ho hotel ba because ya no VIP was ana normal was obewram nya afe na akọ yarefo a waba yare sabia na afe wo koja na no akosa lai amba cho ye ho ye nya sa wo wankasa o facility ni bibia ye intact o toilet and bath shem anything no bibia aye kama o change o patient ho a obi nyina wa wo hwo obi won ma je se ye kofa enipa be tem be sala won anim se de be ya ye change ne ho do da ne nchen no onhu ne ho me pa cho Edu Heba Hospital ye ntisa ya ma obi ane what o so any wo de usika ekuta wo no eho adwuma na ebe ya ma wo ene nti no medafo to bekafa nipa na ne ho atochema no bibi ha no fa ne brain wo edu ya ba hospital na Awurade andom ona doctor do so de nubra nua ha ban ene dua hini efa yade biada etu ase ene nti enya stroke kwa na yesa yade biada sente hye wa na ye wa eno de me boso because na no pani bi de ne ba bre me na me mani ba kwara nso me yam hye me wuti mu se asma na wo ne ho ache but Awurade adom odu Herbal Hospital last week wuti mu se ye stabilize ni we na bibia e kama edo no anapa me sorry ya na me sempacho mo to say osanyame adom efri na no e ba e ne Thursday no ma bi sa na afi me ho atom na me ho ayem de won se o ye adwuma wie na hu emfaso hu sa de na koyi sa na ho aye wo de enya de wa ya wie na afi wo wi na yam hyehyɛ sa de me ye be fa na emfa edrebe ya na enye yi enya try and error ewo Edu Herbal Hospital ebusuafo ye ma wodro na ye de ensese eboka se dro na de ma ya de ye ewo osu eso adro ni na wotwe ase betu na wotwe menu ase betu na wotwe me ansa ase betu ampanso me bedu wono na wato wasori a woko wuyi a chia ko chia otimi ma chia na woko ba bi enne ntini ya de bia etete wo emmema na moko dwaba musu mumu na nkwada hwere agire mumu na ye tisi so ewo mumu mepa mancho Edu Herbal Hospital edro papa ho no ma oba beba ama ho ato me pa acho enya yaresa bia oba ye ma odo na ene kochina kobra ansa na waye o ye machine sakase egu no mabusuan oba ye de be exam efru trimesu nase ne on say yade na efri ya na eba ya ha ene ha eje do we ne de be ma na ewia a emu
All right, so welcome back from Befikrom, where we brought you Edu Herbal. It's now time we turn our attention to something else. We're going straight away. We'll be going into our Financial 101 with the tax expert, Oting Amwako. Oting will be talking to us. So, once again, good morning. Welcome back to the studios of Mega TV, MBN Mega Broadcasting Network. You know, in recent years, a lot of things has happened. Lots of stuff has happened. And it's now time to transition into the national policy focus. But the national policy focus, our attention is going to turn to the financial markets. We're going to know your taxes and know how it works for you. How well do you know your taxes? How well does it work for you? How well do you know your taxes? How well do you know your taxes?
Do I know them?
Do you know it?
The taxes I pay.
And how does it work for you?
And how it works for me in the asset, but the taxes I pay, I know. I know. Yeah. Market you about payroll, me share income tax. Yeah. And I pay all those levies on NHIS and what. And I pay indirect tax. Right, value added tax, which are placed on goods and services. So yes, I know the taxes I pay, but as to what the government does with them, well, it is up to the government to tell me. Yeah, that one there. Mine is to pay the tax. It is up to the government to use my tax and tell me how it was used.
You don't know how the taxes are used.
Oh, I know the one I pay for NHIS. It goes into the NHI.
Okay.
Yes. So I know some of the components, but overall, unless government tells me that or taxes in the bridge way, the sea hospital way, the TNSS for near there. Yeah. So that one there, it is up to the government to account to me what they did with my taxes.
But do they account?
Oh yeah, they read the budget. Yeah, they read the budget. So yeah, I assume that the things they say,
you know.
Yeah, the things they say that they use our taxes for is exactly what they use them for.
Well, on the screen is the number. She can also call us 053-715-8638. How well do you know your taxes? What are they used for? And then do you follow up with the taxes that you've been taking out of your salaries? How well do you know it? Just share your thoughts with us on 053-715-8638 is the number. 053-715-8638 is the numbers. You can share that thought with us on 053-715-8638. 053-715-8638. And then the number of discussions we've had this morning already, you can also share your thoughts with us on those discussions as well. You can send your messages to us where I will read them live and direct from here in the studios. 053-715-8638. Numbers now on to me, friend. What do you make of Damang? You know, when we went offset, I had a call from Louis, and Louis was saying that he's so excited about the things Ibrahim Mahama is saying, that not as an individual, but as an entity, looking to do with Damang.
Yeah.
And he will be excited if we will do same for every Ghanaian company that will come into the ferrule, that we will support them. We'll make sure that we give them all the support they need, and then make sure they get all the needed attention, and then help every Ghanaian entity grow. And I said, well, it's a matter of having the support of the people, and people have to accept that this is something that has come to stay with us. Whether we like it or not, is to mine those areas, and he's to take the lead and to help us as a nation. So we should stop the politicking and rather allow things to work for them. And he said, okay, he's excited, but he's looking at the political angle. And I said, even your life is a politics. The decisions you make is part of politics.
Yeah.
As to whether to come to work or not, it's your right. It's politics. But they have questions to answer if you don't show up.
Yeah.
If I don't show up, I have questions to answer.
Yeah.
And I should give reason why I'm not showing up. It's one of the things we're looking at. So these are the topics we'll be churning out, so you can also share your thoughts with us. We're going into our taxes. Where do your taxes go? We're looking at accountability versus reality.
Yeah.
So this morning we're looking at accountability versus reality. Where do your taxes go? Every worker, trader, and business owner contributes in one way or the other through taxes. But the big question many citizens continue to ask is simple. Where exactly do these taxes go? From roads, schools, healthcare, and public service, taxes are meant to power national development. Yet, for many Ghanaians, the reality on the ground doesn't always reflect the deductions on their pay slips or business earnings. This morning, we take a closer look at taxation in Ghana. The expectations versus the reality. Are public funds delivering visible impact? Is accountability taking pace with revenue collection? And with the role of institutions like the Ghana Revenue Authority in focus, we ask how transparent is the system and are citizens truly getting value from what they pay? So stay with us. We'll break it down because this is not just about taxes, it's about trust, accountability, and development. So those are the things we're going to look at closely this morning. And we'll be talking to a tax expert. PCR, if you're ready and you can put on Mr. Oting Amwaku on the line for us. It's past 9. We need to speak with him. So, Sly, if you can do that for us now so we can get a conversation rolling with him, we go straight to talk with him and find out the reality versus what is pertaining on the ground. With what is pertaining on the ground this morning. That is what we are looking at this morning. So you can also join us 053-715-8638. If you have anything you also want to add, you want to ask before we get Oting on the line, you can share with us on 053-715-8638. Numbers to share with us 053-715-8638 is the numbers. Whilst waiting to get Oting to speak with us, we look at some other stories on the various portals this morning, and right after that, we come back as and when we get him on the line and we have this conversation with him. But you can also share your thoughts with us on 0537158638, 0537158638. Mahama vows to keep inflation in a single digit after a sharp decline. The president has reaffirmed government commitment in sustaining inflation with a single digit following a marked drop in the rate to 3.2%. He said the achievement forms part of a broader strategy to stabilize the economy through disciplined fiscal management and as well as prudent financial policy. You know, the government was speaking at the University for Development Studies on Sunday, that was yesterday, where he noted that inflation, which was above 24% when his administration took over, is now falling below 4%. And he attributed the decline to deliberate efforts to control public spending. Every year, people, the oppositions and other people, the government is not spending. So it was that control public spending and limit excessive borrowing. So that those are two things they've been able to do: excessive borrowing and also control the public spending, particularly at a time when access to international capital remains constrained due to debt challenges.
Yeah.
And I think they've done well. I think government have done well on that score, and then looking to maintain that position on keeping the inflation as low as it is now. And
it's around 3 point something.
3.4 now. They're looking at dropping it to a single digit. And that is what government is going to do. Quite interesting time await us. And I think it's a good thing for us. What do you make of it?
Oh, yeah. It's a good thing. I mean, inflation affects everything. It is basically a kind of inflation where the rate at which the prices of goods increase, the rates at which they increase. It doesn't mean that prices will not be increasing if government is controlling inflation or seeking to keep inflation at a lower rate. But it basically means that prices of goods and services will not be increasing astronomically. Essentially, maybe oil na ton 50 cedis, and the chain 55 cedis. The next day, by the time you get to the market, it is 70 cedis. It means that the rate of inflation is high. The rate of inflation is high, right? So, if the president is seeking to keep inflation at a single digit, it means that the rate at which prices of goods and services will be increasing on the market is 3%, right? So, which means that you are going to be seeing a stability in the prices of goods and services over a very long time. And that is good, right? It is good. It helps to budget, it helps to control household, expenses and all of that. It gives you some room to do other things because, I mean, you are not, the things that you spend your money on, the prices are not increasing every day. So it is good. Inflation is good. I mean, it means that when I go to the market and I buy the 5 kg rice, which I often do at 80 cedis, I will not go tomorrow and it is 90 cedis. So I have to go and look for 10 cedis somewhere, take it from possibly another thing, right? Maybe some chilling, I have to go and take money from that one and then use it to buy rice, right? So it is good. If inflation is low, the rate of inflation is low, it is good. It helps people to plan, right? You can predict, right? So it is a good thing that we want to keep inflation. Once inflation starts increasing, and then you can't predict the market anymore. Anytime you can't keep up, right? There was a time we were buying some stuff, sugar, basic things, sugar, salt, and those things. It's because the rate of inflation was high. The rate of inflation was high. So the reason we are not seeing a periodic increase in the price of goods is because of the current rate of inflation, which is very low. It means that the rate at which prices will be increasing is low. So it's a good thing. I mean, if they want to, control inflation and keep it at a single digit, it is good. It will help. It will help.
But the question is that is the fight against inflation producing real relief for household, or is just improving economic indicators on paper?
For me, personally, it is giving me relief.
Okay.
I don't know for other people, but it is giving me relief. When I look at the things that I spend on, I have not increased my budget for a very long time, at least for about 1 year now. And I'll always use the example on how much I spend to pick a taxi from my place to the junction, Coastal Junction. It's been 4 cedis since. More than 15 months, it's been 12 cedis, right? The rice I buy, 5 kg, the price has been stable for a very long time. I mean, for at least for the past 1 year.
So you believe that the fight against inflation is producing real relief to you?
Real relief to me. I don't know for someone else, but to me, the fact that when I go to the market, the price of things are not increasing means that, I mean, that is what inflation is.
There's been some stability.
There's been some stability in the prices of goods and services. We've seen stability, at least over the past 1 year. So for me, it is delivering real time, like real results. It's not just
improving economic indicators on paper.
No, I don't think it is just for improving economic indicators on paper. It would have been so if they tell me that inflation is 3%, yet Merco markets we are near to 2 near. Right? If that is the case, then I can say that it's just a mere economic indicator because it's not translating.
It's not translating in your pocket.
Yeah.
Well, the William sends this one was asking the general, you believe that is a relief or is just an indicator on paper? You want me to answer this? Well, the honest answer is it can be both at the same time, but not always equally felt. That is it, because a decline in inflation usually signals that the rate of price increases is slowing. And that is a positive macroeconomic sign. But it does not automatically mean prices are falling or that households are immediately better off. That is what it means. So when inflation drops, it reflects slower increases in prices of goods and services, improve macroeconomic stability. That is one thing it does. It also better fiscal and monetary discipline, often influenced by institutions like the Bank of Ghana. Remember the Bank of Ghana over the weekend when the United States, Virginia to be precise, looking at how to use remittances as one of the backbone for investment in Ghana. A stronger confidence in the economy from investor and market. So economics sees this progress as stabilizing the economy. When it happens in that nature, it's more or less like stabilizing the economy. Prices, even when inflation falls, prices are still high from previous increases. They don't reverse quickly. Wages often remain unchanged, so purchasing power is still tight. So the essentials like food, transport, like Bernard said, utilities may not drop proportionally. Some sectors react slowly to inflation changes. I mean, people call it sticky prices. Yeah. So people may still feel pressures in their daily spending. But the real gap is economic indicators improve first, household relief comes later. That is, if at all it has to work. I mean, indicators will show good, but household relief, it comes later. So the key issue is not just inflation falling, but whether incomes are rising. And also prices of essential goods are stabilizing are some of the things you need to look at. And the economic gains are being felt broadly. So those are the areas government, the president is trying to show. So when you talk about inflation, this is what it means. I mean, prices, it takes some time before. So a falling inflation rate is a sign of economic direction, but for the ordinary household, the real measure is not the statistics. It is what remains in the pocket after the market round. So those are the things people are looking at. Another story that has come up has to do with the National Service Authority have been able to cut a payroll from 1.6 billion Ghana cedis to 700 million after ghost names cleanup. From 1.6 billion to 700 million.
1.6 billion.
That was what
1.6 billion to 700
million.
So that's like almost times, like they've taken about a half, almost a half out of it.
1.5.
So a half of that was going to ghost names.
Yeah.
Sure.
Why? Why did you just take?
On my way.
Why did you just take a breather?
On my way, Uncle.
Hello.
Hello. Now let's go to the line. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you, sir?
I am blessed.
We thank God.
And you?
Grace has found us. A lot of things. I'm welcome.
Yes, my dear brother.
It's good to have you, Oti. We're trying to look at taxes. This morning we want to look at where do your taxes go? Accountability versus reality is what we are looking at. We know this morning we're taking a closer look at taxation in Ghana. We started last week, and today we want to continue the expectation versus the reality. Are public funds delivering visible impacts? And is accountability keeping pace with revenue collection is one of the things. My question is, if citizens are faithfully paying taxes, why is the impact not strongly felt in basic services like road, healthcare, and sanitation? Hello, Foster.
Hello, I'm not getting you.
No, I'm saying that we were looking at the core of accountability when it comes to taxes. Where do your taxes go? Accountability versus reality. And I'm asking that if citizens are faithfully paying taxes, why is the impact not strongly felt in basic services like sanitation, roads, and healthcare?
Thank you very much once again for giving me the opportunity for us to discuss issues concerning taxation in Ghana. Yes, where do our taxes go? Whether Ghanaians are really paying taxes or not. And the reality with regards to the taxes we are paying. It is obvious one of the key inputs in budget preparation is a revenue generation source. And before the start of the year, the finance minister represents the president at the parliament and presents the budget statement. The engine of the budget statement is the revenue target expected to be generated for the budget period. And about 85% plus of the budget revenue target is from taxes. So the budget is basically what the government intends to do, putting it in monetary plans. So obviously, all that the government of Ghana is able to do, it is through the revenue that we are generating. And most of the revenue is from taxes. So actually, where do our taxes go? It goes to the budget, it goes to the government, and it is used for developmental projects in the country. One, government expenditure is breaking down into three main sources according to the how the Public Financial Management Act and its regulations. Government expenditures are of three main types. One, personnel emolument. Two, goods and services. And then the third one is investment. So when we talk of personnel emolument, we are talking about, government employs the highest number of people in the country. The employment government gives, no single entity, no single organization in Ghana can employ the number of people government of Ghana employs. Be it the security agencies, the military, the police, the fire service, all these security agencies. The employment at the education sector, we have over 500,000 teachers in Ghana, and all the both teaching and non-teaching staff in Ghana. Let's look at the universities, the staff of the various universities. Some universities have even a staff strength of over 50,000 Ghana, 50,000 people. All these people are employed. Go to the health sector, the doctors, the nurses, the other health professionals, the judicial service, the judges we have, the parliamentarians, all the three arms of government, the legislature, the parliamentarians, and the executive. All these employees are paid out of the taxes we pay, and they constitute the personnel emolument of the country. It even includes the national service personnel. So all the payment to all the staff at all the various ministries, departments, and agencies are all government of Ghana employees, and their payment comes from the taxes we pay. Apart from the personnel emolument I have talked about, the second major government expenditure is about the use of goods and services. Goods and services is basically the recurrent expenditures we are always incurring. The goods, for instance, all the perishable food items that are being bought for senior high school includes goods and services. The medical equipment that the hospital are using, those gloves and all these things that they are buying for the hospitals to run. The basic things, stationaries, examination materials, printed materials, all these workshops and all the other fuel that they use, and all these things constitute goods and services. Basically, government goods and services are items that are bought and possibly used within the accounting period. It doesn't extend to the previous years. So all these are the goods and services, the various Farmers' Day activities, the Ghana Teacher Prize activities, the various things that help the ministries to run day-to-day operational. So what taxes we pay even is the day-to-day operationals of the various services. As the police are moving, going to places, these expenses they are incurring, they all constitute the day-to-day running. So all this expenditure, all these basic needs that help the various institutions to run day-to-day, these goods and services are what these taxes are used for. And consider the entire country, Ghana as a nation, moving from region to region, district to district, all these activities in there constitute goods and services, and these things government is able to pay because of the taxes we pay.
So my question has to be with, at what point does taxation becomes a burden rather than a tool for national development?
Taxations become a burden.
Yeah, I'm asking at what point does taxation becomes a burden rather than a tool for national development?
Yes, taxation becomes a burden rather than a tool for national development, where people feel that the essence of taxation is of no use. At the moment that people have that feeling, that it means that the relevance of it paying is out. And the moment the relevance of it paying is out, people see it as a burden. Or when people feel that they are being cheated, when people feel that they are using taxation has become a tool for one to attack people, where people feel that taxation has been a tool for one to try to suppress somebody, that is where people at that time it turns the benefit or the essence of taxation, people see it as nuisance.
Interestingly, is it that people are beginning to lose trust? Why should citizens continue to pay taxes if they do not see visible return on their contributions? Because if you look at sanitation, you look at health, you look at the road infrastructures, people are complaining on all these things. Why should they keep paying the taxes?
Yes, and this is where people are feeling there is no need for the payment of taxes, because ideally, taxes are used to develop a nation. Yeah. So if people feel that they are paying taxes, but the taxes paid are not used in developing the nation, then they see that really they are wasting their monies. Especially where people paying taxes every day in, day out, you hear people are doing things that actually they are wasting the resources that they have, the resources that the nation have. Where you hear some monies, they've been using it for unnecessary ventures. You hear monies for development has been diverted. You hear people are using the money not judiciously. So all forms of corruptions and all these things, when you hear them, because these monies are our taxes that they used to do them. So why would I pay money if indeed the money I'm paying is not used for the right thing? And I've always said that Ghanaians, not that Ghanaians don't want to pay taxes. No. Let's take a church whereby we are saying that we are having a harvest to put out a church building. At the end of the period, and you see that you have gotten the harvest, they have started the project, they have used the money for the project, and it's visible. People are seeing that indeed leadership has used the money for what they intended it for. The next year, they do harvest again, then continuously you see that they are using the money and they are doing the right thing. The third year, I tell you, the people will still be happy to give, even if it is difficult for them. But in a church whereby we say we brought money, we have made a harvest, we have enough, we want to put our church building. We are done with it. Before you are aware, there is a rumor the money has been used for a different thing. People are squandering the money. People are misappropriating the fund. Then the next day they came, they said, oh, we'll change things. Then the next day, you still experience, the next year, after harvest, you still experience that same thing. You think the third year, the people will be happy to give. There are countries in Ghana who are saying that the government he should tax them more than they are taxing them, because they've seen that the government is using the money for the right purposes. So even though the law is clear that we are supposed to pay taxes, but the law has also made it in such a way that voluntarily we are supposed to file our taxes and pay the necessary taxes. So voluntary filing of all these things will be more, we will be able to achieve it where people are feeling that indeed the economy is running at the right path. Indeed, the taxes we are paying, there is a value for money for the taxes we are paying. And when people start seeing that, that is where people will feel payment of taxes as a responsibility that we must all contribute, rather than where they end up seeing that today you hear corruption in one form, another day you hear a scandal in another form. That alone is a very big tool that fight against the progress of tax payment in the country.
Now let me ask this: definitely people watch the auditor, the PAC, right? When it comes to the PAC, the Public Accounts Committee. And then they hear various sort of reports on auditors' report on ABCD, on institutions and enterprises set up by government to provide services. Are audit reports and accountability mechanism producing real consequences or just documentation? Because sometimes you get to listen to it and then they say, we'll refer you to this. Sometimes they will say, go and sin no more and blah, blah. Is it not breaking the confidence of the individual who is paying taxes and is seeing his taxes being misused not to continue paying taxes?
Yes. Let me first of all handle the audit report minister.
Yeah.
First. sometimes I myself have issues with the Auditor General's report. I went through the report and I considered one region, Bono East region. They have cited about 19 schools for Public Accounts Committee. And you know their offenses?
No.
Government pays the electricity bill of these schools. The electricity bills are not paid by the schools. It is government that pays the electricity bill. And it means that payment of electricity bill is not in the domain of the schools.
Yeah.
But government pays it directly to the electricity companies. So all these schools have been cited, about 19 schools, for non-payment of electricity bill. So when people read the report, what's the impression? But truly, that is not the case. And let me be frank, I have done more research. Almost all schools in Ghana here, they own electricity bill to the electricity company of Ghana.
But if government is owing, why should they be owing?
So why should they be called to PAC to come and answer? So what is the essence of it in the Auditor General's report? So sometimes let's look at the substantive nature of it, of the issues. And two, according to that report, two other schools that were saying also that government now supply them food. The schools don't procure. Government says, I'm bringing you food. So it is just from the Ghana buffer stock straight to the secondary schools in Ghana. Then they have put it that some schools, they don't have the value of the things that was supplied to them. So they are sending them to PAC. If you quantify the monetary value of this electricity, it will look as if people are embezzling funds. Because anytime you talk about Auditor General's report, the ordinary mind is that people are wasting public funds and therefore they are bringing them to they are sending them to the Public Accounts Committee. So personally, I have a little bit issues with the issues they put in the Auditor General's report and the people that, because these things should have been the ministry that should handle it, not the various schools. Are you getting it?
Yeah.
So yes, it is there that some of the issues in the Auditor General's report in itself, to me, should have been handled in a way that I see it not handling it the way that it should have been handled at the Auditor General's report.
Okay. But finally,
apart from that,
okay,
there are also a lot of public wastages that the Auditor General's report has captured, and it would affect us. You hear a lot of money pushed into various sectors for various developmental projects, then they end up not doing a thing, no money. And they will go and sit in the Public Accounts Committee. Now they are saying that some of the issues is to be reported to the Auditor General for prosecution. But the question is, how many people have you seen in Ghana here that have been prosecuted and the news are out there to also be a deterrent to others not to go the way the others are going? So if the ordinary Ghanaians read the Auditor General report and see that there are a lot of infractions, people are taking money, they are not using it for the right intended purposes, and they are going scot-free, they are moving out, and here you are seeing them, they are picking the money, they are putting out infrastructures, doing a lot of things. Meanwhile, the money that should have been used for developmental projects is being siphoned by few people, and they are walking barefooted. What do you think what is the signal that this thing will give to the public? What signal is giving to the public? What
signal is given to the public? You did mention waste. Do we have strong enough system, to prevent this waste duplication as well as a misallocation of public funds? Do we have the system in place?
The systems are there. We have the right laws, but the systems are not working.
How do we make it work?
How do we make it work? where we take away political interferences and resource the various sectors, employ the right people for them to work. Employment of people into the sector in itself is a way. How our reporting systems are done. All these things affect the operation. So our institutions are not on their feet to take decisions. Why is it that when any government is in power, the Ghana Police Service is strong to arrest people in opposition? But immediately the government comes on power, it turns around. And it has been so for many years, years upon years, years upon years, years upon years. Why is it that always corrupt leaders are seen in the administration of the past leaders? So we have the institutions. Institutions are not working. Why should, if institutions are properly working, why should we service an ambulance that the servicing cost will exceed the actual cost of the ambulance, and the people are there working free? If institutions are working, look at what happened to the SML deal. What happened? If institutions are properly working, we look at the money we spend in the sanitation ministry during some time ago. You are going to make Accra the cleanest cities. We have invested the money. You just want to work on the lagoon. All the money is finished. So our institutions are weak, and that is the most problem affecting us. People who are not doing the right thing, you will see that the law is not able to catch them because of the weaknesses in our system. You know, there was a time this lady, Mami Yatiwa Dankwa, the former CID boss, now I think she's a special advisor to the. She said it because even president says people should declare their asset declaration. Have you gotten the evidence that all the staff people have done it? He gave a timeline because we should know where you are, so that when the level you get to, you can ask you to justify how did you get to this level. Yeah. Because the system is weak.
Isn't it the people making the system weak?
The system, somebody is in charge.
Yeah, so it's the people that are making the system weak.
People. And you see, the people are making the system, but it takes a leader to turn around things. Okay. It takes a leader. Everywhere, it takes a leader to turn around things. So if we all come to this line, and we allow things to go the way we are having it, the way things are spoiling, then how will Ghana be a better place for us?
Now, from
be a better place.
Yes, from the system.
As we went for election, and people are saying, NDC government came out, when we can, we'll do this, we'll do this, we'll do this, we'll prevent this, we'll prevent this, we'll prevent this. And then when you come and people are not seeing that what you say you will do, forward. We believe that we need a strong leaders, and I believe President Mahama has demonstrated to be a strong leader, and we expect a lot from him.
We expect a lot from him. Now, expecting a lot from the presidency brings me to this. Before you give us a summary entry, and then we'll let you go. How do we restore the public confidence in the tax system? Because we aren't seeing visibility, realities on the ground when it comes to sanitation, when it comes to our health care, when it comes to the roads, because people are still demonstrating in the various districts and then the chronics of the country complaining about their roads. Sanitation is as bad as you can think of. How do we restore public confidence in our tax system so we can deal with all these minutes?
Yes, you can restore public confidence. Recently, all the info analysis that were coming indicate that the public confidence is being restored. until recently I heard something that I think it is some way affecting the confidence, where I heard that about 100 contracts done by the road ministry were all about 77 of them, close to around that figure, were sole sourcing.
44%.
The remaining ones were restricted tendering. Immediately people hear that, you see that the confidence will be falling. So until that, people were getting confident in the government because the assembly, district assemblies, the payments were not going, but now you could see that the assemblies, their common fund and others is better. All sectors, people are seeing it. Now you are hearing secondary schools threatening to go, secondary school headmaster threatening to shut down schools because government owns them 6 months perishable. So people ask, is it that the taxes are no more coming? And what are we using the money in the way that now we can't even feed our secondary school students? So the moment that we use the money well, the confidence naturally will come. It doesn't take us to go and do any magic for people to develop confidence and start paying taxes. The end results of what we use the taxes collected for determine the confidence level that people have in the taxes that we are paying. The more we use the money judiciously to develop, the more the confident for people to pay taxes. And the more people hear us, the monies are not used for the intended purpose, so we are not seeing what we expect to see, the more people begin to lose confidence in the leadership and they start not to be paying the taxes that we need to pay.
All right, so thank you so much. But just before you take leave of us, if you could get like some 2-minute summary in a can, just as you always do, before you say bye-bye to us.
Yes, but before I give the summary in a can, I just want to draw the attention. I'm speaking realities in the matter. I just want our listeners, viewers to know that the law is clear. What we are supposed to pay taxes on it is clear. And therefore, every citizen is supposed to pay taxes so that government can have money to develop the state.
The nation.
If we pay taxes, the possibility of seeing a better Ghana is greater than when we decide not to pay taxes. And therefore, it is a responsibility that the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana has mandated every citizen of the country Ghana to adhere to the constitutional provisions that ensure that each and every Ghanaian pay the necessary taxes that they are supposed to pay. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. So now if you could give a last summary and then we can say bye-bye.
Abusiafo anopai so yebeda mase. Anopai ye na ye bobo ho ye dwene ho nyina eni se eto na yetua no efa na ekọ eden na omode eto no eye. Na ye kan nyina se aban enye adwuma aban oni bibia oye aban ni oye nyina ne se obehwe man no na man na ohwe no no ye woniema ye se hu se afibia na aban ne eye budget akomasika na budget na woye no susudua a ogina so de ye eye sika yibenya na sika yenya no so beye aduowotwe num ekon eye to na yenya sa sika ni fi enti amamuo ni nyina no sika ye di buman no eye to na sa sika ni enti mu de ba enti ese ni yehunu no na aban eto na woje no aban sika no de niema akese amiensa ye di kan ɛyɛ aban adwumayɛfoɔ akatua. Aban adwumayɛfoɔ wɔ Ghana ɛdɔɔso. Wofa aban adwumayɛfoɔ, atikyafoɔ, nursefoɔ, polisifoɔ, sojafoɔ, ɔmo yɛ adwuma wɔ court, agric service foɔ, any ministries, department, agencies. Adwumayɛfoɔ ahodoɔ no nyinaa no aban ɛna etua ɔmo ka. Enti ɛtoɔ no a yɛgye no ɛni bi na aban ɛde tua ɔmo ka. Deɛ ɛtɔ so mmienu aban sika ɔde yɛ goods and service. Ɛne yɛ nneɛma ahodoɔ a yɛyusu ɛde bu man no te sɛ petrol no mu a ɔmo tɔ de gu ɔmo kaa mu, light bill a ɛsɛ sɛ ɔmo tua, ɛne machines nom ne nneɛma bebree hɔ a ne nyinaa so no ɛni bi na aban de yɛ. Deɛ ɛtɔ so mmiɛnsa yɛ infrastructure. Sɛ aban ɛsi school dan, ɔyɛ akwan, ɔyɛ water system, ɔyɛ ɔtɔ cars nom, ɛne mfidie akɛseɛ a yɛde yɛ adwuma nyinaa no. And also near Tosomi and Sa your friend investment and our fixed asset. They are buying Sika Wunya and Yamami and Sa, what do you mean? That's any money now, no said menu tiatua and I buy no Ebenya Sika, nor the Edisage Mediano, na Amo Mino, and so I found into my payfla. Engineer Tennis at 12 year, say a consu tiatua, and no Timi Buama Mini Timi at Chichiri, Etisikana Ebano. Sɛ adwuma yi na ɛsɛ sɛ ɔmo di na nipa bebree ɔmo gidi asa ɛwɔ sika toɔ no binom fi sɛ toɔ no ɔmo tua ba ne mfa nyɛ ne ɛsɛ wɔyɛ yɛ mu abusuafoɔ sɛ yɛn tua toɔ so a yɛ ma ne nyeye man bia yɛ de toɔ na kyekyere na yɛbɛsrɛ aban mu mpanyinfoɔ sɛ toɔ na timamufoɔ tua no nso no ɔmo fa nyɛ adwuma na ɛnso timamufoɔ ani na timamufoɔ ani nje efisɛ sɛ wotua sika na wo sɛ sika ne yɛ de yɛ ade papa ɛhyɛ wo nkran ma wokɔ so tua enti sɛ mpanyinfoɔ na ɔmo di man yi so no ɛde sika no bɛtoa so de ayɛ deɛ ɛsɛ sɛ ɔmo de yɛ deɛ a ɛno so hyɛ timamufoɔ nkran ɛma timamufoɔ nso timi enya ahoɔden de tua toɔ ɛma man no ɛkɔ so yɛpɛ yɛ man yi deɛ a yɛ nyinaa ɛsɛ ɛboa ma man yi yɛ nyinaa yɛ ɛboa deɛ a yɛ nyinaa yɛ tua toɔ na ɛmo ama ɔman Ghana ɛmfa ne ntoma pa infra Medamo ase anope.
Yes, we had say Foster Otin Amoako, tax expert. Juade bia oni atwetwe nkomo. Efa sika samo anope megina MB and Mega TV and emona any management ni adase. See a friend no agye enso.
So me da wase any abusuafo nyina
obiabete. Right, so that's and that brings us to the end of our conversation on taxation and accountability, from deduction on your pay slip to the levies on goods and services. Every CD collected is meant to support the national development, roads, schools, healthcare, and essential public services. But as we have discussed this morning, the real question is not about how much is collected, but how effective it is used and how transparent it is accounted for. Because trust in the system is built not only on collection, but on visible impact in the life of our citizens. So as we move forward, the challenge remains clear: strengthening accountability, improving transparency, and ensuring that taxations truly translate into development. We'll continue to follow the conversation because ultimately taxes are not just numbers, they are reflection of national trust. So you had a thing.
Yeah, I did.
It raised certain serious points.
Yes, very important. And one thing I picked from the conversation, which I strongly believe as well, is that to the ordinary citizen, it is all about seeing what their taxes are being used for. Because our folks in the diaspora, right, Ghanaians outside will tell you that they are paying more taxes wherever they are. Those in the US, those in Canada, those in Germany, those in the United Kingdom, they are paying higher taxes.
You know, Sweden takes over 90% of the salary.
90%.
Over 90.
Goes into taxes.
It's a taxation. And you see visibly, so you even want them to take it because you are seeing what is being used for. And it gives you certain privileges as well as an individual paying the taxes,
Yeah.
that you can go in for certain things because your tax is being used
Absolutely.
to sort for those areas. So
Absolutely.
it's something.
So it's about seeing clearly
Yeah.
what the taxes are being used for. If I know that, look, the roads are good, hospitals are built, water is running out, I mean, things are working, I wouldn't have a problem paying taxes. But where we pay the taxes, but you don't see
the realities.
the realities on the ground, that is where people become sanitation, very bad. You know. So it is about government. Look, one thing that is also clear is that Ghana, we don't pay taxes.
It's just a few people. Look, it's just a few people.
Just a few people.
And a few people that are paying. Some leadership are also enriching themselves from the few people that are keeping their hands into the coffers. So it's making those few people to begin to say, why?
Yeah.
Because if you are squeezing just less than 20%, and they're squeezing this 20%, so assuming we have 50% of people paying taxes faithfully.
Well, yes, so that is it. But then, for the few who are paying, and at least through the value-added tax and other stuff, let us see what the government is doing. It's not V8. It's not buying of V8. You see, government will continue to buy the V8s because they have not developed our railway system. They have not developed our roads. So they want a faster means of transport. They want to drive the good car so that even when there is a crash, they will be safe, they will be protected, right? And so let us see the visible development. Let us see real development. It is not about citizens not wanting to pay tax. But people will not be happy paying, right? So it is about people paying, taxes, and government using those taxes judiciously. Because if people in the United Kingdom are paying higher taxes and they are not complaining, to the extent that they even have enough to bring money home for various developmental projects, then it is not the case, cannot be the case that Ghanaians don't want to pay tax. But when you are misusing their monies, they will find ways not to pay. So yes, it is up to government to make good use of what citizens are paying.
Well, it's up to government. Let's do some few messages that has come in now this morning. We read a few messages. You can also call us on 0537158638 is the numbers. You can also give us a call and let's get to hear you on 0537158638. Is the numbers. You can also add your voices. Let your voices be heard this morning. Let's get it running this morning. But let me do this few messages in there first, then we can go. Okay, let's go to Kwabenya. Let's start with Eben. Is that please help me wish my daughter? Okay, today is Eben's daughter's 8th birthday. Okay, adorable Emanuela Na Ayele, aka Ella. May our Father in heaven grant you peace and happiness, and I bless you, Ella, to be a beneficiary to your family, the community in which you live, the church, and the nation as well. I bless you to grow up and take missionary work seriously. I bless you above wisdom and knowledge in school. I bless you to have retentive memory every time in school. Once again, happy birthday. Happy 8th adorable daughter, Ella. Okay, so that's your man's daughter's birthday. Amen. From Kwabenya.
Oh, wow.
So he used today to wish adorable daughter birthday.
Good.
Thank you, amen. And we wish your adorable daughter happy 8th birthday with good health, long life, and more knowledge to do exploits. Then this one from our man Capito also mentioned is a JDM and the NDC has now messed up with everything.
Hey.
They've messed up with everything in the country.
Wow.
Now see what they did to our cocoa farmers. I'm pleading to all Ghanaians to vote against them come 2028 for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and the MPP to come and take over for the betterment of Ghanaians, regards to the Honorable Howard Kumsin and also Justin Frimpong Kodia, MPP General Secretary. So that is where he sent his messages to this morning You can also give us a call on 0537158638 is the numbers. You can call us. So those are a few messages. Let me check with our SMS and see what is there. If somebody send an SMS too, we can get an SMS also coming in. All right. I think so. We go back to the normal. So back into the studios, but you had your men. Your men are wishing. Eben says morning to the daughter, birthday, and then your man went ballistic. I guess
they have spoiled everything. I'm 15 of Fiano. Hey,
they spoil everything. Is this stating the obvious? I'm 15 of Fiano. Now let me do this story, and then we can start wrapping up. But if you have any questions, you can send it to us on 053-715 contribution Otawa fee. Alo talk okawagba sane komeni wasusu lebine okay otin egbasane with regards to taxes and where our taxes go. But let me quickly walk on this one. This one has to do with an issue that has to do with our national service payroll cut from 1.6 billion Ghana cedis to 700 million Ghana cedis from Ghost Name, the system. We are told the National Service Authority has reduced the payroll from 1.6 billion Ghana cedis to 700 million after removing Ghost Name. The question is this success story of reform or a failure of oversight that allow such inflation in the first place?
There's no oversight. It's no oversight failure. I don't believe it is oversight failure. For me, I want to believe that there are people who benefited from this Ghost Name thing.
So it was intentional.
I don't want to say it is intentional, but I want to say that there are people who benefited.
Who benefited from.
As far as we know that there are some former appointees of the National Service Scheme who are in court currently battling it out with the government. Yes, so I want to believe that there are people who benefited from whatever went on, whether it was deliberate, whether it was unintentional, whatever it was, we were paying ghosts.
We were paying people.
Names that did not exist were drawing from the government, right? So I believe that there was somebody who benefited from it, rather than it cannot be. So all about how was the number again? Millions of people. We didn't know that such. No, Mr. L.
Well, was this a success or a failure of the system? Is a question I'm asking because
GA system failure.
A 900 million reduction sounds like savings, but it doesn't also suggest the system was deeply compromised for years.
Millions of cedis, sorry.
900.
It's not system failure.
No, I'm asking.
It's not system failure.
900 million reduction sounds like savings, but doesn't it also suggest the system was deeply compromised for years?
It could be. I don't have evidence of whether it was compromised or, but what I'm saying is that somebody benefited.
Okay.
From whatever went on, because so where was that money going to? Right. So the names that did not exist but were drawing salary.
Who
was withdrawing those money?
How do Ghost Name reach a payroll
of this millions of cedis
this magnitude without detection earlier?
People were benefiting.
900 million.
People were benefiting. That is why those of us who really believed in oral somehow are getting a bit, I don't want to say disappointed, but I say, because for all these months, 60 months, and we have not seen any tangible action.
Are they telling
right?
You in court? This points to historical weaknesses in our data management system, possibly manual errors, outdated records, and weak auditing mechanism. 900 million. Oh, that's a lot of money. But it doesn't exactly, that is not exactly the problem. Weak system that allows public funds to be exposed for years. Years. Hey, that's what Because the question you ask yourself, could a legitimate service personnel have been wrongly affected by this cleanup exercise? No.
No.
Another big
because they would have gone to their corporate quarters, to claim their money. So I don't think it is.
Because if verification is key, as they are saying, and now they use verification, then why did it take a crisis level
so the verification,
to reach this stage?
Verification, even when I was doing national service, 2018, 2019 academic year, I started September 2018, ended August 2019. We still had to go and verify. So I was in, I think it's also West University of Ghana. I did my service on campus as a TA. So every month, you would have to go to Legon Presec to go and do the verification before national service will pay you allowance. So I don't see how, even with this kind of verification, we were still paying. How did the ghost verify?
So it means that somebody deliberately was doing the verification.
Of course, people benefited from whatever went on. People benefited. So assets should be confiscated, accounts should be frozen. If there should be any imprisonment, we should name and shame. You see, Otin was saying something. If we don't see deterrence, if measures are not put in place to deter other people from embezzling, taxpayers' money is the reason some of us will feel reluctant to pay tax. Because when you pay the taxes, it goes into people's pockets, and there is no accountability.
So the question you ask yourself is, so what now happens to the nearly 900 million saved? What now happens to it? Ideally, it should be redirected into improving services. Because it did not happen just 1 year. I mean, this is reoccurring, something that is happening. So, for me, I believe that without strict oversight, how do citizens trust that savings won't disappear into another cycle of inefficiency? Now, the question you keep asking yourself again, is this cleanup proof that the system is fixing itself, or evidence that it has been broken for far too long? 053-715-8638 is a question you can also ask. You can also send your messages in. Today is Monday. I know people taking it easy. Taking it easy. Taking it easy. Okay, there's some few. Okay, so, hey, Charlie. This lady keeps sending us birthday wishes, and the birthday wishes no coke back and come off. She'll be take you over a OM position. What do me send about 12 birthday? 12 pound. What do me send about?
Hey, who not a pound?
I say, oh, mammy, you are said, I'm not all sure, mammy. I'm not sure. I mean, the last time in the Casano, that was about 2 weeks ago. That was what he said. Cover up will help NPRA more than original allegation, Dr. Bonfair. Jinapo announces WhatsApp system for reporting power fault and outages. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
I'm Desmond, speaking from Butiri.
Right, Desmond, let's hear you.
Yeah, please, I want to know how the taxes is deducted from our payslip.
Can you repeat that again?
Please, I want to know how the taxes is calculated our payslip.
All right. So when you take your payslip, there's a component out there that tells you what the income tax is, or the levies that is taken. If you pay so you can request for your payslip. You see the taxes that have been deducted from it. If you are not being given a payslip, please request for one. It will show you your income and then what is deducted from your gross.
Okay, please. The tax is it deducted from the amount that will come in, or some part of the accounts?
It depends on what you are earning. So your taxes are deducted based on what you earn.
As per the month, so it keeps changing every month.
It doesn't change every month. It depends on if you are making some allowances, you are getting some allowances in addition, then definitely some taxes will affect it as well. No amount of money you earn doesn't goes with taxes. Even allowances, you get some taxes affected.
So allowances, overtime, and
everything will be affected.
Everything will be affected with taxes.
Yes. Thank you so much, Desmond.
Okay, thank you.
All right, 053-715-8638, 053-715-8638. So we're going for a quick break. One will return, and then we will continue with our conversation this morning. All right, so welcome back from that quick break. You're still live for the morning focus. We get into the final lap of that conversation this morning. The National Service Authority has reiterated that the National Service remain compulsory for graduates in Ghana. The Deputy Director General of the authority, Moses Doc Nak, stressed that the completing National Service legal requirement before graduates can enter formal employment. So those are some of the things that is being said. The question is at 900 million and worship. 0537158638 0537158638. And numbers now also between our friend. You have to drink more and pay. Oh wait, the time's fly. That time is just gone like that. Mrenoko until say you started parking and yama. But who will be there in 2 minutes? Also be to me Edward Juntre Abba. NSC deployed 100,000 personnel nationwide for the 2026. The National Service Authority deployed close to 100,000 national service personnel across the country this year. 100,000 to support the manpower needs in both. Wow, close to 100,000. He explained the 29,000 personnel have been assigned to private sector organization as part of the national service. 29,000 out of the nearly 100,000. Yeah.
So that is about 30% of.
Yeah, because they deployed 10,000, almost 10,000. The current figure stands at 99,508. That includes the recent posted nurses. So 99,508. Wow, that's quite a number. And I know between me a ghost name film. I just say it's kind of a good bottom. Hey, Ghana. Well, let me do this birthday wish. A birthday is a happy birthday to the best brother I could ask for. Wow, best brother. And this one was adorable daughter from
Best brother.
Best brother and adorable daughter. So this one is a happy birthday to the best brother I could ever ask for. Grateful for all the memories, the loves, and how you have always had my back. That is a partner in crimes, right? May this year bring you big wins, good health, and everything you are working for. Keep growing, keep shining. Proud of you. From now, Dede, to you with love. Okay. All we can wish you, best brother, is good health, long life,
And plenty
money.
Yeah.
That is what we can wish you. That is what we can wish you. Well, let me pick your closing comment.
Closing comments. Yeah, we we are happy this Monday morning over the takeover of the mine by the engineers and planners. We want to see more of this. We are not saying that award contracts to local companies even when they don't have the capacity, even when they are not competent. But when they have shown beyond every reasonable doubt,
And they went for the bidding as well.
They have what it takes to deliver. Please give it to them. Award it to local companies because the money will eventually remain here. As El was saying, that for a very long time, that will be mining gold in Boise,
the Takwas, the Adansi, the Akwetia, Abrim.
We have not seen good development
No.
compared to what engineers and planners are saying they are going to do at that mine if they should succeed in doing this. So it means that the local companies will think about the country. They are here with us, they are not going anywhere. So it will be better we award it to them. If for nothing at all, our guys will get work to do. Workers will be selling and all of that. So the money is going to remain here. So I'm happy that engineers and planners got this one. And I also want to urge local companies, local entities to build capacity. Most of the time, it is not just about governments and institutions not wanting to award contracts to local contractors or companies. It is about ability. It is about competence. So let's all continue to build our capacity, to equip ourselves, to learn more, to experience more, so that when there is an opportunity, we can compete and compete favorably. So that would be my closing remarks.
What a closing remark. But as we wrap up today's edition of the Morning Focus, one thing that has been consistent across all our discussions, the demand for accountability, clarity, and real impact in governance and policy. From the debate on where taxes go to the realities behind inflation and household relief, the questions remain deeply connected. Are policies translating into better living conditions for citizens? our institutions working in alignment to deliver results, and our promises of development being felt beyond the headlines. These are not just political or economic questions. They are everyday concerns for the ordinary Ghanaians. We thank you for spending your morning with us, for your views, your engagement, and your trust in this platform. On behalf of myself, El Samuels, and Bernard, I'm wishing you a productive and a peaceful day ahead.
Yeah.
Stay informed, stay engaged, and remember, informed citizens build stronger nations. Good morning.